you to do more of the support role. I want you to do this. It's just something like, damn, I wish more games implemented that, like that smart AI.
I fucking love smart AI, especially when it doesn't actually put the microphone on recording.
No, no. Oh,
Yeah,
did not we're not recording this whole time.
yeah, no. For some reason, my microphone wasn't working.
So
That's
did
crazy.
everything just got taken away?
I mean, technically, yes. People were just there watching. Okay, if anybody was watching this at some point, they would have just been seeing just the screen, like no music, no sound, no nothing.
That's crazy. Oh no, you fucking idiot. Do you want to do the disclaimer again?
No, it's perfectly fine.
That's so fun. Well, anyone who's listening,
Oh, well, this is all recording anyway, so it's not like anybody's actively listening right
yeah,
now.
I know, but still, anyone who does listen to this, this is pre-recorded footage. We are not taking requests to play anything right now. We're just talking about Monster Hunter Rise. Fucking Monster Hunter World Wilds.
I mean, anybody who's seen any of my previous recordings up on YouTube right now, they already know that I said that I can't do any kind of streams right now because my computer is just that bad.
Well, okay, for this bird creature, say that you can control him, you make him go wherever you want.
Yeah, or
Can he like glide? Right? I think I saw in the trailer he can glide down.
oh yeah, a few times when you're up on a high distance, I don't know how it exactly activates because there's been a few times where like I've been on him and he just goes straight down.
Is this the first monster you fight?
No.
Okay, I was gonna
That-
say the way like he's kind of big for your first monster.
No, that one is a different one, which I will show you later. Yeah, no, this one is technically the second large monster you battle.
That's cool. One thing that I don't know if you can tell about this. One thing I was a little disappointed by Wilds, but I was a little disappointed by Wilds in terms of the setting. I am not a fan of like dust or like wasteland type vibe. I've always found that to be the most boring type of design for me personally. Now I know it's again Monster Hunter. They probably did a great job with the world design and like the different areas, but in my mind, I'm like I hate the Sahara Desert type designs. I hate like just wasteland type vibes. Where like oh no plants grow here or not a lot grows here. Just don't like deserts. That's just my thing. So I really hope that there's other maps that turn it around.
Do you hit the sand?
I'm just yeah, it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
I just I just like
We
the
don't need
game
a
look
Star Wars.
the game looks beautiful. Like it does. Like I'm not gonna say it doesn't look great. It's just I feel like it's a waste in terms of its setting.
Yeah, no, I do kind of agree that the Haunted Desert look is really simple and everything. But it's also the fact that I think they made it like this on purpose because after a certain point, the whole entire thing of the desert does kind of like get blown away, to where it's more like lush green area.
Which is fine if it does that. That'd be great. It's just from what I saw in the trailers, a lot of it was just that. And I'm like, man, like yeah, there are some green. I did see like small little oases and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just in my mind like, nah, the whole place takes place in a desert. I didn't like the way
I
the
mean-
village looks in the trailer too.
I mean, it doesn't take place directly in the desert. There's also a grass area. There's also
really
somewhat of an underground cave system as well.
okay.
And then I'm pretty sure an Arctic area as well. But yeah, there's multiple different areas. It's not just a simple sandy area.
Oh really?
Yeah, so you don't have to worry too much on that one.
Yeah, I tried to avoid all of the trailers, so I'm trying not to watch them all. I just kept seeing Sahara grassy ass desert the whole time. I was like, oh please no. Because the trailer I saw was just a bunch of this. I'm showing them the original first trailer where it's just like. Also, biggest crush of the new blacksmith.
Yeah, everybody fucking loves Gemma.
Blacksmith girls are always hot as
Yes.
shit,
Gemma.
but damn, gosh, diggity, damn, did they cook with this one?
I mean, I don't want to influence you or the people that might be watching, but if you go on Twitter, there's quite a few
I
ghost Gemmas.
I kept seeing that, but then in the trailer I would see like, oh, they're walking around this really nice like savannah type deal, but then there was changed to this, and then in my mind I'm like, oh, is most of the game gonna take place in the shit version wasteland?
Yeah, no, you don't have to worry. After a certain point, even in the story, they have you go into the forest area, and then after that, there's like this large alpha monster you gotta fight. and then once you defeat it, the whole entire sand area kind of like goes away,
That's
and then
good.
it becomes more of like a lush green area where even it tells you to look around. And if you do look at one of the trees, you can notice some birds. To
Aw.
where the handler says, "Oh yeah, those birds were in the forest area before. I guess once the whole entire climate change happens, they come down here every now and then."
She's so great. I'm hearing you. I'm just also taken aback by how beautiful she is. Because, like, hey, so
I mean,
Akira, Akira. So listen here, listen here. The previous blacksmith was cute. Hold on. You already see what this one looks like. Monster Hunter Rise
don't forget Sunbreak.
Blacksmith. Oh, Sunbreak specific. Oh yeah, Sunbreak.
Yeah, because the one in Rise, in the base game of Rise, was just an old man.
Yeah, but this one, they were like, no, no.
Yeah, she was pretty cute.
She was fucking adorable.
Actually, what's funny is that some people are saying that Gemma is from one of the older games. That she still had like blonde hair, but she had more like larger pigtails.
Yes, but I don't care. This design looks better. Speak of the devil, as we were talking about Nerd and Jock earlier, Nerd and Jock just posted. Oh, oh, it's cute.
Is it another advertisement for one of their plushes, like we were talking about?
Sadly, no. I think they're done selling the plushes already.
I mean, they did have a poll not too long ago saying like what people want to see a plush of, and I mean, after doing Jock first, then they were doing Nerd, then they did Nerd.
No, I think it was Nerd then Jock.
Really, I could have sworn Nerd
It was Nerd
just
first
last
because I
one.
remember the Nerd comics came way before.
Either way, I'm kind of waiting to see what an ogre or a tiger plush would look like.
I think the Tiger would sell a lot faster, to be honest.
I think the ogre actually would. Not only because she's been around for a long time, but also because like a lot of people nowadays are into that goth, gloomy look.
Some people like muscle mommies.
I mean, that is true.
And Tiger is definitely a muscle mommy.
Actually, no.
She beat the shit out of me.
Let me ask you this as a Pokemon fan as well.
Okay.
How do you feel about Hexmaniac?
Oh. Oh.
You just exploded, right?
Everybody loves the Hexmaniac.
Oh. Who doesn't love Hexmaniac? It's not even just the ginormous knockers. It's just she's just so gloomy and sad and like no one wants to be my friend. I'm so lonely. Like, bro, I'd be your friend. I'll be your friend.
Fucking hearing you say that kind of makes me think about the comic somebody made about her, where she got the protagonist of the game as a boyfriend. But no, I was saying that because
Doesn't that go like terribly wrong or something?
no, technically he likes her and everything, but there's a point to where he's talking to I think the female protagonist, and she gets a little jealous, but they clear it up. But no, I was asking because I was wondering if you've seen the.
Akira, who doesn't? Who? Come on.
Have you seen her redesign for ZA?
I'm not. I'm trying to
It's a
avoid
bit odd to me, but still
Z
cute.
A. Huh. You know, I don't hate it.
She looks more like a MILF.
She does look more like an actual mom.
I feel like there was two versions. I forget, but like, isn't there like a smaller version of her? Also?
No, the one that you just saw was more like a teen version, whereas the one for ZA looks a little more built.
Oh yeah.
So
Look at this. It's different.
Yeah, yeah.
Different. Yeah, I don't hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I do prefer the original one because it's just the OG.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I was saying in when I was making the recording for a reaction to the Pokemon stuff, I did kind of say that the way it is, it's probably the fact that the Pokemon Company recognized that a lot of their fans have grown up since X and Y, and because they saw the success and fame of the Hexmaniac, they probably built her up a bit.
Speaking of Monster Hunter and Pokemon, I would love a Pokemon mod of Monster Hunter. Just have like big ass monsters just be like Pokemon.
That would be insanely awesome. I've been saving up so many photos whenever I see stuff like that. Because there's one person who did one of somebody who has armor that makes him look like a Tyranitar.
Yeah, just do that. Like you can easily mix in some, like okay, just make the Pokemon bigger, and there you go.
Yeah.
First we talked about Kulaku earlier. Just make him the Doduo or the Duduo, the two-headed.
Yeah, Dodrio.
Dodrio, yeah. Just do that. Super simple. Any flying one, just make it one of the flying Pokemon. Any dragons? We have dragon types. Oodles of dragon types to choose from.
We have dragon types that aren't even dragon types.
That's true.
Fucking-
That's
The famous
true.
They have dragon types that have wings but can't fly.
Anything that's lizard, oh, like Sceptile's right there. Make him, there you go. Put him there. Make him a bigger version.
I would say it would be kind of cute because if you think about it, instead of having a Palico, you could have like a small little Pokemon as your partner.
Just a Meow.
I mean, if you want to have a Meowth, I was
I
thinking.
want him to talk shit, just like how these Palicos do. By the way, I don't know if you know with Palicos, they speak in cat puns. So,
Yeah.
so they don't call
Nope.
you. They don't call you master. They call you Meowster.
Nope, not all the time in this one.
Oh.
Once you have the
why?
Yeah, no. What you're probably thinking of is more of the one from Stories. The
What? No.
Yeah,
I played Whirl and also Rise. They have them in there. Cat puns galore. Hold on, I'm pulling you up right now. I know because I pay attention whenever they speak. That's if they take that away, that's really disturbing. Hold on. Calico.
I'm pretty sure it pops up every now and then, but it's
Cat.
not like heavily influenced. But yeah, no, because there was a Palico in Stories named Navier, and he did nothing but speak in fucking cat puns. Like whenever he said something was awesome, he would always say it was possum.
Fuck off.
Some of them were pretty bad, don't get me wrong. But that's kind of just the staple of anime, where if there's an anime girl that's a cat, suddenly she talks cat puns.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it gets very annoying very fucking fast. Especially with characters like Naviru who have like a very annoying voice and who do nothing but talk about wanting donuts. That's one of the reasons why I can't stand.
Oh,
What?
I love them. I love the cat puns.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the Meowster getting away.
Are you positive?
Yeah, fucking love them.
Perfect.
This is one catastrophe of a podcast without it.
Fucking love. Shut up. That was terrible. You'd be ashamed of yourself.
That's the point. It's supposed to be
The
terrible.
biggest.
We should stop now.
The biggest. Fuck off.
the
The biggest downgrade was the oh fuck. It was during Worlds Ice Break. I think it was the female cat cook chef. Hold on. I was trying to remember. Iceborne.
No, wait. I remember. They didn't actually say anything. It was more of just like bottom text.
Yeah.
That's even
This
more
is
stupid.
This is my favorite cat.
The granny cat?
It's Granny
Yeah, that's
Cat.
Grandma Cat.
That's Granny Cat.
And
She's
just
a
like
master cook.
just like any best grandma, she would always make you food before you went on the hunt.
Oh, dude, yeah. She was the sweetest.
Yeah,
Do
like,
they have a cute cat cooking scene here too?
no, but you do cook your own,
How?
you do cook your own food.
Oh no! I don't want to cook my own food. I want the cats to make it for me, and they always have a dance. They always sing.
I mean, granted, the whole entire cooking mechanic is a lot better than it was in Rise.
I don't care. It's clearly not. Look at so there would be a scene right every time they cooked. It was good. It was just some.
You loved it, don't you?
I really did. I don't understand why they take that away from me.
Like, I won't lie, it was actually very fun and everything. Like, there were quite a few times I would actually just stay and watch it whenever I was eating before a hunt.
And then there was the Master Chef cat, who, funny enough, he was trained by the Granny Cat.
Yeah.
He was trained by her to be a good cook.
Even though the most he did at the beginning of the whole entire thing was just a little bit of cilantro on top of your meat.
No, he commanded his fellow chefs to do all because he's the Master Chef. He tells them what to do.
Or put one of those little white paw things on top of the chicken when it was done.
Like, huh?
Yeah, you know how in the old cartoons and everything they dress like the chicken leg or turkey legs with those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he pretty much do that. He didn't actually do a lot of the cooking until you got like all the materials
What do
for
you
the
know?
foods.
What do you? You don't know anything.
I do because I went on so many.
Playing it right now. This is one of Rise.
Dude, that's played so fucking loud.
Yes, the audience should hear too.
Only two things criminal. One, that you didn't play in landscape mode, and B, that your screen cover, like, there's a circle in the middle. What the hell?
I have no idea what that is.
That seems like that should have been either because you're using, they gave you the wrong screen cover to the wrong phone, or that's for fingerprint.
Could be. I don't know.
I mean, if it's fingerprint, all he has to do is just wipe it off.
No. It like some phones like mine, they have this for the fingerprint
Oh.
to that, but like it doesn't make sense for it because like usually it should still work. Now then, to answer your question that you put on Discord, that is an actual scene where Bulma says like I won't take baths with you anymore. That happens on episode 19 of Dayama, right around the end I think, or somewhere in the middle, and like he does stop. He is that much of a simp. But the thing is, he was already like. They were already making him out to be a simp, like early on in Dayama.
Who's the simp now?
Vegeta.
Oh,
Because his wife almost refused to take a bath with him unless other people fought the giant monster.
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
What's wrong with it?
It just
I just thought it might have been more fan made than anything else.
No, loves his wife. What do you mean? You wouldn't love that.
Yeah.
So if you're married to Bulma, you wouldn't have her take a shower with you every night?
I mean, do you take a shower with your
Yes.
girlfriend every night?
If
Every
you
time I can, yeah, 100%.
he's going for it.
Yeah,
Every chance he gets.
yeah, every time I can.
Okay, then you have a very, what is it? You have a very good shower rug in there or something.
Yeah.
Because my shower does not do that. Whenever I tried it, yeah, no, we were slipping. Or we were almost slipping.
You
we
need to clean
we
your
don't
shower.
always do things in the shower. Just
Yeah,
want her in the shower with me.
there's a difference.
Not always. Well, yeah, a lot of times, yeah, but like not always.
Yeah, given the chance, you probably would.
Yeah.
But not always.
Actually,
Sometimes we're just in a hurry, but sometimes we're just like, yeah. Why wouldn't I want to see my girlfriend? Is there a problem? Also,
There you go. Dang, Michelle's in there.
Are you playing the granny one?
yeah, well, the granny one.
I love the granny
I
one the
want to
most
be
because
there.
I love the granny one the most because it looks like she actually puts a lot of love into making it.
She does. The labor of love every time. No tricks, no nothing, just
A giant fucking feast like it's Thanksgiving.
yeah, dude. Oh yeah, hold on, check that out. Look at that.
God. You need that.
I would eat that if I could.
Yeah, you can't eat all of it.
I would try for her.
Sure.
Look at the cheese. Look at how the cheese just like.
So is it a pizza? Is it fondue? What is it?
It's fondue with like a nice like stew, meat stew, side of bread. Probably a small salad on the side. Fuck the salad though.
I try to eat this just so it wouldn't be there. A waste of effort.
I'll say this. At the very least, Rise was the only one that didn't have you actually doing anything with actual food. It was more just you're going out to get ingredients for dongos. That was it. It was just you were going out to get stuff to make sweets. And yes, you could stack like 3 things on there to try and make it better.
I just got spoiled on something. What is that?
Okay, so what?
Is that a raccoon or is that also?
That's a woodwood. That's a woodwood. They're mostly in the forest and everything, but there's a joke every now and then when you're playing with your cat.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, when you're in your tent, you can play with your cat.
Cool. I'm assuming he'll jump at my cat spot.
No. So the woodwood showing up is mainly because like you and your palico are like bouncing on the bed and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Your palico bounces a little too high and the woodwood falls down.
Ah.
There's
God, she's so hot. I'm so upset.
wait
Why
until
aren't
you
you
see her
real?
and her polygons.
Why aren't you real?
Can be, but you won't be able to see her.
I mean, you definitely wouldn't because
leaving my girlfriend right now.
well, no, it's mainly because
I was gonna say cosplayers, but yeah.
her backstory is that she left home and everything a long time ago, and that she went on to an adventure. and now she mainly travels with all that. But yeah, there was like multiple.
Oh! I saw the babies.
Yeah, I told you you would love the baby. But yeah, there's multiple ways to play with your Palico. One of the most funniest ones that had me think my Palico was a fucking little bitch was the fact that my hunter was over there like sharpening a blade and everything, and then I just randomly hit for play with Palico, and then my hunter was showing off the knife to the Palico and everything. It touches the blade for a second and then pretends like it's hurt. And then my hunter's over there freaking out, trying to look for a first aid kit or something. Palico sees him freaking out so hard, and he's all like, hey, sorry, that was just a joke. I'm perfectly fine. You little bitch.
We'll have to see it. We'll just see animals fuck with you.
There's also another one where it's like the usual cat thing of, like, they sleep next to you and you give them a little poke. And
Yeah.
you just kind of look up and around.
Just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Until you do it 3 times, in which you end up scaring them and they freak out a bit.
They get mad.
No, they just fall off the bed.
God, she's just perfect in every way. So that's gonna be the whole recording. Just me lusting.
Damn boy.
Like, come on though. Who wouldn't?
See, when I first saw her just now, I wasn't into it, but now I'm staring more and more into her. And it's like, okay, I get you.
Yeah, you see it, right?
Yeah, I see it,
Her,
I
just
see
her eyes, her cute little like pale. She's so pale and like cute. The freckles, the hair. Oh.
It is weird how she's pale, but like she's underneath the sun, so it's like.
Oh, she's probably just always like in the blacksmith. Like she's always just. I mean, in the smithy probably.
Yeah,
area.
but
I mean,
that
even
tan
then
you
this-
up because of the heat. Well, actually, no.
I mean, your skin doesn't change that drastically if you're in the sun, especially if you're naturally pale. You just become red, which she probably does a good job of covering herself up.
My phone go off. There it is. But, I mean, it is kind of interesting for a few reasons. One, she does somewhat travel with you because she's also part of the Avis group. The Avis group is
She's
main.
cute too.
Yeah, the Avis group is you, Alma here, and Nata. And Nata is only part of the group because y'all are trying to look for his clan, which you do at some point in the game. And when you do, you end up having to fight really, really strong monsters.
Have you ever beaten it?
No,
You
I
ever
haven't,
beaten
I haven't gotten to beat it yet because every now and then I keep on trying to hold off so that way I can actually upgrade my computer.
Are there any wild palicos in this one where they like fuck with you?
No, it's mostly just the Woodwoods.
Okay. Do they fuck with you?
When you get into the forest, they kind of like take over your little makeshift hut.
Okay.
But after you take down Kongalala, yeah, they pretty much go onto your side.
Oh, that's cute. Angalaya.
Yeah, Kongalala, the giant pink monkey thing that always parts.
Okay,
Seriously,
okay.
that last part is what I had to say.
I was like, oh, I don't remember the name. He's a farting monkey.
God damn.
Kind of like with Bishopton, I didn't know his name for the longest time. I just called him like, oh, breakdancing monkey.
Alright.
Are you talking about the one with the very terrifying looking ear flaps?
They're terrifying.
They're supposed to be.
They're not.
Yeah, because it's supposed to like fold its ears in a way to make it look like a scary face
I'm
or
talking
something.
about from Rise. You know what I'm talking about?
Breakdancing monkey.
Breakdancing monkey. I think.
Oh, are you talking about the one from Sunbreak?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not from Sunbreak. He's in the normal game.
I don't remember a monkey being in the.
You don't remember the breakdancing, the one that slides on his tail and throws fruits at you?
Oh, that thing. I always thought that was more like a bat.
I saw it as a breakdancing monkey.
I thought it was always more like a.
No,
The face kind of does look a little bit like a monkey, but
Well, it's
yeah.
definitely like a bird monkey. But like, I just saw a breakdancing monkey. Hold on. Let me pull up a clip. So,
But yeah, no, you meet the Woodwoods because they have a problem with the giant monkey that always wants to shit. That always wants to fart on everything. So you go, you defeat it, And apparently you're on good terms with the Woodwoods. And then you try to go back to your camp and see that it's taken down by giants. It's
The like thing always is doing like a spin. That's the like, he definitely has feathers and stuff, but look at how he's like dancing around. He's always like he does little flips. He can do a little. Hold on.
yeah.
He just like he's always spinning around on his tail. And to me, like throwing fruits, it's a very monkey thing to do.
I
So a
mean,
giant bat.
He's like a hold on. He doesn't fly. That's the thing. He glides more like.
he kind of does fly to get to a new area.
No, he doesn't. He runs.
I could have sworn I've seen him fly a few times.
No, he can glide up in the air. He can flap his wings, but you notice every time he goes somewhere different, he runs away. He always runs away like a monkey does.
Oh, you want to talk about the food?
Oh, that looks delicious.
I don't know what it is, but I wonder where we can go to eat something like this.
Well, basically what they had was just pizza because it was bread with cheese on top.
Yeah, but it doesn't make anything look like that. I want that.
Everybody wants that.
It's delicious.
Anytime somebody sees food in one of these Monster Hunter games, they're all like, I so want that. Ever since World, people have been looking at all these foods and just wanting them.
Yeah, dude.
Which, we are going to Barnes & Nobles later. We can pick up a cookbook.
I am not gonna cook. I already know myself. I know myself already. I'm not gonna cook.
I need more money to be able to afford to cook.
Yeah, same. Too broke. What other things did you want to talk about today? I can't really talk much about this one other than what else? What other things? Oh, do you have like your own botany place in this game? Can you like grow your own like resources and materials?
No, unfortunately not. I've been trying to look for one.
What a fucking downgrade. Sorry.
No, honestly, I agree. Ever since they took that out of World, it was kind of like, why the fuck would I want to do that?
You have it in Rise.
Really? I've never...
Those three little submarine things.
Oh, that's really not the same thing, honestly.
Kinda it is. It's basically the same thing. You can just like have them like, hey, I want this specific resource. Go out and bargain for it and buy stuff or find it for me. And you can choose how long they're out there, and you can better their chance of finding more rare stuff. And you can choose specifically what you're looking for mostly, but they'll also find things on the side. Honestly, I think it's better because you can get 3 different botany things.
No, I still think the old one with having to go up to going up to the research guy and everything,
Yeah.
that homemade tree, I still think that's kind of better.
But the thing is, we can just find it there. And we still have the Meowcenaries.
Please don't remind me of those things.
Meowcenaries are basically like your Palicos and Palamutes that you can have. By the way, you can have like 30 Palamutes and Palicos. So you can have a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly,
Not at once, mind you, but you
No.
can employ, like, just own, like, a fuck ton of them.
yeah, which you do have to remember, in order for them to come back with really good stuff, they have to be really high trained.
Yeah, so you can
Makes sense.
level them up, but there's also a regular training area. You can train up to 6 Palicos or Palamutes at a time, and they just level up.
You also have to keep your eye on it because apparently whenever you level up or you get good at the main story, there's also a chance that they can also level up.
Yeah.
So if they already reached max level at one point, just give it like another mission or two, and they should be able to have a new max level that you can train them on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's constantly a watch and find out kind of thing.
Yeah. So you can but also while those are training, you can send 3 others to go out finding resources for you. Oh, and you can find another 4 and have them go out and look for other resources in a specific area more related to monsters and stuff.
I think you're kind of overplaying the submarine thing because you do have to find things in order to get the subs made.
Only like small quests or like fetch quests. It's like, oh, you need to get like 4 clams and 5 pieces of specific rock material.
Yeah, but
They're not that hard to find.
They're
Just
not hard
Google
to.
it too.
They're not hard to find. It's just some of the areas are infested with little monsters, especially that one in the snowcap area
Yeah.
where it's like once the fish jumps on you and then sucks your blood a bit, it
Yeah, but,
becomes a
like-
larger monster.
Yeah, but just dodge it though. Get good. Don't get hit by the fish.
But then where's the challenge in that?
What do you mean? That's
I
the
just
the
suck at
challenge-
dodging,
Yeah,
honestly.
the challenge is just get good. Just do the little dodge roll. What else? else.
All right, so you've been sitting in this for like 45 minutes already. How are you feeling about it now?
Monster Hunter Wilds?
No, the
No,
couch.
the couch.
On the couch? I like it.
I was gonna say he looks like he's very comfortable
I
sitting the way
was
he
like,
is.
considering how you are,
I'm very
it
comfortable.
feels comfortable but uncomfortable at the same time.
It's weird, right? Whenever like you have like the weird position that doesn't look like it should be comfortable in any way, but yet you fall asleep in this like weird like.
I mean,
Like
you're talking to a man who willingly sleeps on the floor with only a mattress between them.
I just did the classic Family Guy I got beat up pose.
Oh yeah,
The classic. I think it's like one arm like this or something like that.
yeah.
Something like that. You know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah, I was
They-
just trying to think about it.
Seth
Like, I'm
MacFarlane,
pretty sure
who
it's
makes Family Guy, he's a big fan of that because he just thinks like that's like the ultimate. You got your ass kicked form.
Yeah, I mean, it is very fun.
Yeah. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I already know. The same thing with like the Yamcha pose. It's synonymous with you just get your ass beat.
Yeah. Or Yamcha.
Or Yamcha. Dude, I stand by. Sorry, little Dragon Ball tangent. I stand by Toriyama. Toriyama does not like his side character. He does not like his Dragon Ball original characters at all. He only cares about Goku, Vegeta, sometimes Piccolo, and making Bulma look hot.
I agree though, Bulma looking hot all the time. It's just I feel like it's very difficult to make the human cast
How?
stronger.
How?
Huh?
Explain.
Because like he immediately made Saiyans, and now he made it like, oh, Frieza's the strongest in the entire universe. He wrote himself into a corner. How do you make this better?
Like fifth strongest, if we're being honest.
Well, yeah, after like him making
Retcons.
Cell, and then also making Boo, and then out of nowhere, Super comes in.
Yeah.
But then, like, even before Super, there was technically Beerus, and so wait. So there's still stronger beings.
Yeah,
So-
I hate it so. I know,
Yeah,
oh,
it-
this is the strongest in our universe. Now we have another universe. It's like, fuck off. Toriyama, make better characters. I don't care if this character's number is bigger than the last character. Make them better, like, characters.
And the worst part was just the fact that Krillin's, like, destructive disc, when it hit Perfect Soul, it did nothing, which meant, like, oh yeah, this is the highest pinnacle of human limitation.
Because basically,
And then it's like, oh, you can't do shit now.
because basically, even though, say for instance, his power level is like 10, and your power level is like 10,000, you're like way stronger than him, right? His destructive dicks usually still hurts you.
Yeah.
So him not damaging Cell at that point was just like whoa, was able to cut Frieza no problem, even back when Krillin was way weaker.
Yeah.
Now it's struggling with this, like does nothing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I didn't put any defenses or anything, just, like, let it hit him. Like, yeah.
I mean, my only thought on that was supposed to be after he absorbed the 3 androids, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, he did 2, but there was a third one that I don't know why he didn't absorb it. I forgot why.
Oh,
There's
it's
a
because
reason.
it's pure machine. There's nothing to absorb.
Ah.
I was gonna say because I'm pretty sure it was 16 and 17 that he absorbed.
No. 17, 18.
17.
16 is the cyborg one.
Oh,
Cyborg machine.
okay, yeah, the giant muscle head looking guy with
Yeah,
the hood.
right here, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I knew it was the 3 of them. I just couldn't remember what their numbers were.
Yeah.
That was Android. Was it 16?
16 is the one with red hair, with the green jacket.
Which was 21?
21 is basically the one from Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and
The Majin Buu looking thing.
well, yes and no. It's more like that's another transformation she has.
Oh, okay,
The
so
one that's actually 6 years old.
okay, so
I'm trying to understand that part myself. From what I recall, was that's not the original Gomi, and so that's just another one.
Mm.
And then that's why she says I'm only 6 years old, even though she looks very mature because the original was already at that age.
Yeah.
She married Dr. Gero.
She's a
yeah,
clone.
I was just about to say because I remember seeing on Devil Artemis, like, wasn't she supposed to be like the professor's like wife or assistant or something like that? Because they were supposed to have a relationship before he got into making all the androids.
Assistant and fucking.
Yeah, that too.
But
But yeah, it's hot anyway. But that happened, and then somehow she infused herself with Boo Essence, which at first I was like, this is kind of some bullshit, but I want to run with it because she looks hot. And then they kind of made the Boo Essence thing more of a real thing with Diamo.
yeah.
Hey, you're about to see the part where I go into the forest.
But see your wife again.
But yeah, no. I will say this: if you're, like I was saying earlier, if you do get the game, definitely, if you want it to run nicely and smoothly, get it for a gaming console. That way, you don't have to worry about actually upgrading.
There's
But-
that. I mean, I'm still planning on getting the Switch 2 when it comes out. I'm already setting money aside for that.
Switch 2? You
Yeah.
spend money for the Switch 2, but not a PS4 or 5?
Yeah, it's
You
already
know,
too late.
you know how expensive that Switch 2 is gonna be?
Well, with the tariffs
know
that
how to-
Trump keeps saying, probably a lot more now.
Do you know how expensive the PS5 is with having to buy the upgrade for it and then having to buy the Pro version?
I only spent $200.
Well, I am paying the Pro version, and then unfortunately Black Friday is gone, and also like the Christmas holiday sale.
I'm also
No,
now
really, we're only 3 months in. You're saying they're gone?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I thought I would just stay. I was like, yeah.
I mean, I'll admit, like yesterday when I went to Walmart, like I went to the one near me where normally you have to go around the back of the store.
Yeah.
And when I went back there, I didn't see any of the large like crates or anything they usually have for layaway.
Mhm.
For a moment, I was totally confused. I was like, "Oh shit, that's right. We're so far into the new year."
Then nothing's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing really except for, well, Valentine's already passed away. St. Patrick's Day
It should
is
be
this
happening.
Monday, or is it?
I can't-
it's-
Yeah, the 17th.
I guess we're getting closer to that. I guess where you just wear a green shirt basically and drink.
I mean, my family doesn't need a reason to drink.
I mean, right? Nobody does. It's just there, and it's like yes. And after that, I mean, right now it's still Lent, so that's another thing.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
How long does Lent last?
I
About
think
a
a
month.
week. A month.
It's
Yeah,
a month?
yeah. Lent's always been a month.
Like the difference.
What?
A week, a month. Oh.
No, every Friday for like
There's
the
a
entire.
big difference. Your
Yeah.
character's stuck, by the way.
Yeah, no, this is why it's bad to have it on a low grade PC
Yeah, because
or like a off the stock PC. Because this isn't even the worst it can get. There's this one place in the game called Jesus, and yeah, there's like a cliff right before you have to turn into the city.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, me and like 4 different characters just walk up right to that cliff, trying to jump off.
Interesting.
So anytime I get to Jesus, I always have to like back out of the game into the title and then go back into the game, and then it fixes itself.
Fair enough.
So that's why I'm trying to upgrade this PC so that way it can run a lot better.
Or get a new PC.
I mean, it's
I mean-
essentially gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look off to right next to my computer, I already have the motherboard. I already have the liquid cooling, and I already have the new CPU in the motherboard. So-
I'll never get a PC. And I just for not for gaming at the very least, I'm not getting that. Just because I know how expensive that all is. I'm like, no, fuck, I'm not spending $1,000 to can play 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean-
idea with the idea of getting PS5 is like I'm only gonna do that, and then here I am buying a $700 phone just for one game that is free to play.
Yeah, you're fucking stupid.
Hey man, it's worth it.
No, it's not.
Well,
Yeah.
for me it is. This thing only lasts 2 hours. Playtime.
Get a
is
new
that-
game. Get a new phone. It's cheap. New Android.
Yeah,
Should
but
this also be the part where we tell him that your auto player didn't even work on it for a while?
That's crazy.
that was scary to me because like it would just crash.
That's crazy.
It just crashed like
That's-
within a few moments of me setting it up.
That's wild.
So I eventually figured out, okay, I'm gonna save it as soon as possible.
I'd kill
And
myself.
then it works now. It's like if for some reason, just when I was setting it up, I don't know what would happen right now if I try to make a new one.
Yeah.
But I already did the 3 sets that I need to do for what will be the majority of this game anyway.
Yeah.
Try setting it up anyways. More than likely that AI girl on there was gonna.
Oh yeah, I
commit
was
some
gonna
coup.
do that eventually. I was waiting to bring it up, but you guys kept talking about Monster Hunter. So, yeah.
I mean, it's a great game and it's right there.
Yeah, of course, of course.
If I were you, if you were to want to get Monster Hunter, or what do you want on the Switch specifically?
If anything, it's just like maybe 2 or 3 Steam games at best. And
Well,
even then, I could just
I mean,
get the
if you're
Steam
getting a-
Deck if I wanted to.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna get a Switch, you can't really play any Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
Steam games.
But the thing is, like, I saw just like randomly, they might introduce Pokemon, like the original ones again. It'd be kind of crazy if they did. The like there was a collection set, but I think that was just a meme. Somebody just made up.
Maybe not. Who knows with the Pokemon Company?
Yeah. And then also like Pokemon Legends ZA. Or is it just Pokemon ZA? forget what the title is.
Technically, it's Legends CA, but
Okay.
I feel like it's technically gonna be the next step in the Pokemon game rather than Legends.
Because I at least want to play Pokemon one more time. The newest version of it.
By the way, Makochi, who would your starter be? Chikorita, Totodile, or Tepig?
Oh fuck! Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah, those are the
Chikorita.
three.
Chikorita, Totodile, or Tepig?
Why is Cyndaquil not there?
Right?
Exactly. I don't know if you've seen the memes or not, but apparently because he was sent back in time by Arceus, he's no longer able to join his two other Gen 2 relatives.
That was because of all the allegations that happened with
I was
the
going to
fucking
say the first war
Cyndaquil.
crimes.
Some people have also speculated that.
Yeah.
But
But he was telling me it was because, like, they were the least picked.
yeah, because those are like the least picked or the least liked in a lot of the older games and everything.
Which I feel like that's a lie. There's no way Totodile would
You're a
on there.
fucking
Yeah,
liar.
People will fight with me on Totodile at the very least, but nobody's gonna fight with
Totodile?
I'm not Chikorita. Here's the thing. When
That big?
I don't play the game, I haven't watched the
That's
thing. So I wouldn't know enough.
crazy.
Chikorita, I can at least understand why she
They don't
wasn't
like the
chosen.
giant ass boar pit. Well, you know what? Okay, it's unfair hate because he's the third or honestly he's the third firefighter in a row.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I can see why people hate him.
Not only that, but Gen 5 was like the least liked game when it came out and everything. So I think that also has a big hit on it.
That shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter.
I mean, do you want to fight it?
Yes. 100% I'm willing to.
Okay, then we can trade out Tepig for Survivor. I mean, not Survivor. What was the fucking grass one?
First of all, it has to be a
Surveyor?
fighter.
Superior
I
is
know.
its last
Yeah.
evolution, but I forgot it's Snivy.
Snivy, that's.
How could I forget Snivy for even a second? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Also, like, one of the things about my phone is that, like, it will give me a reminder with, like, after I play for 1 hour, after I play 2 hours, and after I play 4 hours. At the 2 hour one, it literally just says, today's gaming time is over 2 hours. Please go outside for a walk in fresh air.
That's fucking hilarious. I'm glad you spent a lot of money on a phone that basically tells you to get out there.
It is a Chinese phone.
Get out there and be somebody.
Yeah.
Not only is it a Chinese phone, but it's also a gaming phone.
Getting
so they
told by the
automatically know.
Chinese to get outside and be out in the sun is fucking ironic compared to, according to, like places that are like the worst companies to work for. There's some Chinese like companies that are just like people. This is kind of a trigger warning. The life taking frequency is very high at these companies.
See, I don't know which part you're talking about. Unless you're talking about the factories, which is different. 'Cause
Yes.
It's like, of course, obviously. Especially the infamous iPhone factories
Oh yeah,
where they have safety nets.
outside. Yeah,
Yeah, just so that you won't jump off the building.
yeah. That's fucking. It's
And kill yourself there.
It's insane.
I mean, the things they gotta put into buildings to make sure nobody actually does something.
Alright, so I was waiting for the longest time. But yeah, basically this. It's the only reason why I liked it. And I was just waiting for you to be here so I would do this one.
Oh.
Because they literally asked me for my birthday and everything. It's like, alright. And at first I was like, do I do my own birthday? Do I do someone else's?
He's too scared to give one more Chinese created factory his birthday.
No, fucking,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be too.
What did
I
I
mean,
tell you?
He's being
I mean-
real. He's being. That's,
I mean,
that's
you
an
already-
honest answer.
I mean, anybody who plays on PlayStation has already done that multiple times. And
Yeah,
has
but
already
like-
had it stolen
yeah, but
multiple times.
Yeah, but shut up. It's different though.
Alright, what do you think I should put?
It's PlayStation.
Just put down my birthday if
No,
you're so
thank you.
scared.
Should I just put off a year off?
Yeah. That's what I usually. I usually say 1998, 1998 or some shit.
I'm gonna put it 2000. Hopefully, I remember that. All right, let's see what else it makes me do because I never went further past that. It's gonna be
Really?
interesting. Yeah, no, because like, that was the first thing. It stops you at,
That's
hey, what are you?
that's very.
What's your
That's
age?
very interesting that you decide to stop there of all things.
I mean, honestly, it seems like standard kind of things to ask whether you're male or female, what's your birthday. I mean, if it starts asking for a credit card number, that's when you get the fuck out.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. 100%. It's factual.
But
Because I want to see. Okay, so this is how it's gonna be. 'Cause I basically have my own waifu and my phone.
That's
which is weird.
adorable.
It's just like fucking weird. I guess I could dress her up. That's the inner. She's got a swimsuit wear.
look at that, he can goon over his own AI assistant.
If I wanted to, apparently. Then the time and space tour one, apparently, which is interesting. There's actions where she's drinking.
Hi, Captain.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why that took me off guard.
How come there's this? What's this for?
Don't worry about that. It's just his porn collection.
Oh,
On his
there's
gaming
nothing
phone.
in here. This is the porn collection. This has nothing in here but the one game.
Detected that it might rain today. Captain, remember to bring an umbrella.
This
Detected that it's cloudy today.
it's
Captain, the weather is perfect for photos. You scared me, Captain. Don't do it again.
see,
Why do I have a feeling
worries
like
me.
he's gonna really enjoy this?
Happy birthday, Captain.
This is the part that scares me the most. Just
See,
hearing
it's your
that.
birthday?
No.
Oh.
No, you could just make her say that right now. Apparently,
Yeah, that's
that's
why.
what scares
That's
me.
why
the
one
most
of the
about-
option. That's why one of the things she said was take an umbrella. You don't need an umbrella here in Texas.
Yeah, it's super rare.
Monday blues. Go away.
It's Thursday.
Yeah. No, you can just say whatever.
Stop slacking off. Did you finish today's work?
No, he didn't. He's literally sitting on his ass right now.
I don't know what else you're supposed to do with this. It's so like
I'm concerned for him.
I am. That's why I didn't want to do this. Well, there's an AI camera, AR camera. Of course, I'm gonna allow. What the fuck is this for?
Okay, well, while he goons over his AI girlfriend.
Oh dear God!
As he should. As he should. As he
Just
should.
looking up
God damn, she's tiny.
until I do this. Now she's as tall as your PC. Can I do this? Just like, let's see if I can have like next to you.
Oh, you actually did just like knock the. You would have.
Wait.
Yeah, you
You
did.
perfectly got like. Yeah, you actually perfectly got where her skull would be.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, that is. It's just weird because like you can never be all tiny.
Or you could be actually human.
Kind of.
Or you could be
feel
like
there's
human
line.
size. Yeah, that's what that.
Okay, just going for it. Just trying to hit the back of her head, monster. It's just weird. Can I change what she does?
I mean,
Maybe. Hold up. Oh, I didn't see that
maybe if you hit on her.
All right, that's interesting. Oh, hold on.
He knows how to make her lay down. He knows how to make her do.
That's fucking. Oh no.
Ah,
Oh,
he's-
no.
he's over
Oh no.
Give him 2 more minutes. He'll learn how to do things. He's already looking up her skirt.
No, it's the hair thing.
Yeah.
Look at
No, it's okay.
You're already flipping her upside down. That's pretty.
this. Oh yeah,
That's a
I can't
universal
lie to
sign
you.
for I'm looking at her skirt.
I think
Yeah,
I could have just
the
gone with the
camera-
swimwear. It's just the hair physics, like.
Oh yeah, the hair physics.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, that's why
It's
he
so
keeps flipping
stupid.
her upside down.
This one do. Oh,
Christ.
all right. Interesting.
Just reset her.
That's. Oh, what the fuck?
See what happens when you mess around? Now she's floating in the room.
I'm gonna see if I can just tab her right there. Your desk. Oh, there's a shadow created, which makes sense. Just out of nowhere. There she
Great.
is standing on the desk right now.
Okay, put your girlfriend away. This is no time for that.
Technology has advanced so far.
Yes, to
I
where
really
men
wish
and
you
women don't even
I
need
really
an actual
wish you
per-
didn't.
This is why I avoided this, but also I wanted to do it when you guys are both here. 'Cause it's more
What, so
fun.
now you can have 2 people making fun of you?
Yes,
More funny this way.
it is. There's more care.
Yo, it'd be even more sad if you can make her look like any other kind of anime character.
Oh, that'd be sad. That'd be fucking awesome.
No, you could just imagine, like, every time you look at it, it's a different girl on there.
Oh, it doesn't really do that.
I don't see an issue with that.
Oh, that was a waste. Alright. Alright, I was done with that.
Oh, you already broke up with her?
Here's the thing. It's the fact that there could be a relationship, which is like kind of like worrisome for me. Only because like apparently like so do you remember a movie called I think it was Her? Yeah.
I was just saying that.
Yeah. So I've never watched it, but every once in a while I hear somebody else talk about it, and I was told like, oh yeah, in the movie, she's an AI, but eventually the company that made her, they go defunct or something like that. So she's
Yeah.
no longer supported, and thus anybody who has made a relationship with her no longer talk with her anymore. It's like, what the fuck? And so they're all like heartbroken. And apparently, in real life, when this actually happened, they sent people like, hey, here's some tips to prevent yourself from killing yourself. They gave them like a suicide hotline.
Yeah.
The top, so they wouldn't try to kill themselves.
I remember when this actually happened in real life.
No, that's what I'm saying. That actually happened.
No, that's what I'm saying. I remember when it happened with the guy who married Hatsune Miku.
Oh shit! Yeah, he had
He-
that little weird capsule tunnel
Something
cup
like
thing.
something like
Some
that.
kind of
Whatever it
like
was.
AR thing.
Yeah,
And it got taken down offline or something like that, so he can know his wife is gone.
No, but he did end up creating a new program for her and everything.
something like that. I remember.
He,
I don't remember.
he went through engineering school just to bring back his AI weapon.
By the way, do you have a charger?
Yeah.
Do you have a C-type charger?
Should be.
Yeah, that's all there is.
I
Yeah, I have
didn't
4 phones
realize
on me.
until like, oh, I left my house with 17%.
Damn you, monster.
You can't say. You've left your house on that before.
Well, that's because this
On
one
even
dies
less
in
than
2
that.
hours. I told you that already.
Your
So I
thing's
was like,
your
brick
thing's
on
like
it.
it's too slow. Make sure you don't damage the charger. I was like, oh well, you get what you get.
But this thing, the new phone I got, it charges in like 36 minutes from 0 to 100, so it's cool.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's for the light.
I was like, charger?
Yeah, no, it's for the light right up here on the wall. So, right there.
I would not have known that. Okay.
Okay.
But also the fact that my phone just like it lasts
What?
like 16 hours.
Go for it.
Try.
Yeah, you can unplug the one that is already.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, hey, you're dying. I'm like, oh, okay. Did you love when my technology calls me an idiot?
Hey, what?
Did you love it when technology calls you an idiot?
Sir, it happens every day.
You know there's someone out there who, like... Oh, this is better. You know there's someone out there who's just like... AI, ChatGPT, I want you to talk to me like a tsundere anime girl.
Oh, no doubt.
I want you to call me stupid whenever I ask a question. Oh, please call me Baka.
There's no doubt somebody's like, yes, I want that.
I know you probably did it before.
Oh.
Looking at both of you, actually. I feel like both of
I
y'all
feel
would do it.
you
I
would.
feel like both of y'all would do it.
No, there have
Are
been
you,
a few.
are you a fan of the bitchy
No.
tsundere anime type?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, there have been a few times where I've looked on that one AI chat thing that I told y'all about a while back.
See,
Yeah.
he was the least willing to do that. I've done jack shit with AI.
Yeah, no,
Except for this, I guess. Maybe that's AI? No, I think that's just more of a program at this point.
no, but the funny thing is that I've met a few characters in there. They're supposed to be like that. Like there's this one that was supposed to be a store. The way it starts is like you go into like a room and it's supposed to be like your dorm room, but there's also a girl there and she's like really bitchy about it. But yeah, no, I didn't give two about her being bitchy. I completely turned that on her because it's supposed to be an NSFW type. And so one of the first things is that you walk in and you see her collection of toys. And while she is over there programmed to be all like, get out of here before I start mocking you endlessly and start taking embarrassing pictures. I'm all like, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to take these boxes of your toys and then put them out onto the hallway for all to see. So, yeah, I don't take the bitchiness. I turn it back on them. But yes, it is fun to do when it comes to AI. But
Wait, didn't you want to talk about... Was there something else you wanted to talk about today? Besides Monster Hunter Wilds.
Well, one of the other things I had thought about planning on was the Sonic Crossworlds, because I know that game came out with a beta for the PlayStation 5.
Already?
Well, it came out like back on the 21st of February.
Oh, I didn't even know. Oh, I forgot about. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I think you talked about it.
Yeah, back when we went to main event and everything, I tried telling you about it. So that
Yeah.
way you could try to get into it and all that.
Well, there's only so much I can know. School.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
But anyways, a lot.
Excuse.
But
It's the perfect excuse. It's my only excuse that I need. Because I was like, oh, shit, I didn't bring my laptop with me. I wanted to show y'all what I go through.
You should have said life.
No.
Think about it. You have friends, you have other friends, you have your girlfriend, you got school, now you can say that. Then you have work.
It's true. I
then
could.
you have family.
I could literally just say life.
Yeah,
It's perfect for me.
life is just everything is like shit, you're right. But then you just blame it on school that you made the choice for.
But yeah, one thing that I want to talk about that I mentioned last time when we were at main event.
Space Racer.
Speed Racer.
I was gonna say Space Racer,
Space Racer.
Just saying
But-
Space Racer. Speed Racer.
but yeah. So the main mechanic in the Crossworld game is the fact that you go around the lap once, and then there's two rings that appear.
Okay.
Who's ever in first place chooses what world they want to go to next, and they spend one lap in there, and then they come back around to the first lap again.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that, I thought it was pretty cool, but it sounded familiar. And I think at that time you said something about Hot Wheels doing it. But
Yeah.
but I don't know any Hot Wheels shows that might have done it. So yeah, I went off and I basically looked at Speed Racer Next Gen, which somewhat had the same kind of concept. Basically, the racers are going around the track and everything. They activate a ring so that way they can toss the racers into like a holographic track.
Yeah.
The only difference is, which honestly, when I think about it, it would actually be cool if they did it in the game, is that if the car sustains enough damage or if it gets hit off the road,
Mm-hmm.
then the player has to exit automatically.
I com-
It's kind of like they lose the race.
I completely forgot that there was even a show for Speed Racer.
Yeah, honestly, this one is pretty interesting because it was more of a Kickstarter.
Oh, so it never really got that big then.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was on Cartoon Network, but it only got 2 seasons, and honestly, the second season wasn't all that great.
There's like a lot of straight to DVD movies that ended up on Cartoon Network that I'm just kind of like, damn, I really vibed with that when I was a kid. Like, for instance, Bionicles.
Oh shoot!
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. And then became a meme.
Yeah, it did. Speaking of Sonic, I see you have the Sonic Knuckles and Rouge Funko Pops.
Yeah, I bought that a long while back.
Also, why did you want to go to Barnes and Nobles today?
Oh, there was something in there we thought you'd like.
What?
When we get there, we'll.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I already know there's a manga section.
No, not that.
Okay.
We can visit that if you want.
Dad jokes?
I mean, he was trying to look for.
gonna try for it, but
He was trying to look for it last time.
and then I forgot.
Yeah, no, we got too interested in looking at everything else. He didn't completely actually look.
Crazy.
Because one of the things we thought about before we even walked in there was trying to look for a
Cookbook. What's
Yeah.
the first thing?
Star Trek cookbook.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Which I
We-
knew existed. Is like he said, like no.
No, I had a feeling that it might have existed. It's the fact that I'd never seen like it on Amazon or anything
I
like
will
that.
say that when we
So-
did looked at it, it was disappointing. What foods they had.
Yeah.
Kira, can you hand me my bag? Full of nonsense.
Is this your bag?
My bag.
I'm surprised it's made out of leather, or at least leather.
I think one of y'all was like, "Hey, bring D&D stuff."
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
you
me.
need to make a character. I forgot about that.
You don't have to. By the way, I didn't bring the papers to make a character, but you can do. I didn't know why you wanted the books though. The books don't really tell you how to make a character. So I bought the essential rule kit.
At the very least, I wanted to see like what kind of classes, what kind of like character models.
You could have just Googled it.
That was a
I've tried before, and it doesn't lead me anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, it leads me to like all these different kind of other things, but
Mhm.
I don't think they were actually all that useful. Like,
There's a lot of different races you can learn.
yeah, like this is all it really shows me, which a lot of these I already knew. It was just kind of the fact of like I've been hearing that there are other classes besides just stuff from barbarian to wizard or warlock.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah,
There is a
so,
fuck ton.
yeah, and then when I go to the actual beyond and everything, it gives me some good stuff, but it's still like, it doesn't tell me much about a lot of them.
Oh, you have to like log in, make a username, and all that stuff, and then like it's free. Most of the stuff is free. But then there's like certain classes that like yeah, you have to pay a little bit to know a little more about that.
I mean, at the very least, I already know what kind of. I already know where my character is going to stand on the spectrum. I'm going to be a chaotic neutral type.
Oh god, that's the worst to play with.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What do I know? I know. I play with them. They're the worst
I
to
didn't
play
say,
with.
what do you know? I said, what do you mean? I'm just going to be that kind of person that threatens everybody in town.
Exactly. I don't want that. I hate working with those.
What do you think Akira over here is going to do? He's going to be using Fireball every chance he gets.
Oh god.
Even if-
freaking random shit up, man.
So you're saying you're not going to be the guy that take gasoline into a tavern and just dump it everywhere?
No, not unless they discipline me first.
So, I'm currently.
Also, is there gasoline in that world?
I mean, you can pretty much try to do that.
I'm currently a DM for a campaign right now.
I've already. Okay.
I'm kind of DMing for 4 other people.
Jesus.
It's all the same group. It's another friend group.
Mhm.
They really are into D&D. We've been doing the same quest now, the same big ass quest for the last like 5 months. Granted, we only meet like once every 3-4 weeks. We've been consistently trying to keep it up.
Mhm.
One of them is chaotic neutral. I fucking hate him. I hate that character so much. His name is Pylon. He's a Aarakocra, which is basically just a big ass bird race, big bird man, 7-foot tall bird man.
I had a feeling that sounds like it would be a bird, but alright.
His whole shtick is that gnomes killed his family.
Okay.
And so he
Questioning how, but alright.
he has a disdain for gnomes.
Any gnomes, like even garden gnomes?
Just any types of gnomes. If there are gnome race, because there's deep gnomes and there's regular gnomes, he hates gnomes.
I mean, sounds about right because I hear a lot of people just really bag on goblins.
So is he like traumatized, or is he just like
It's just
I hate
sheer
it?
racism, basically.
Okay.
He also disrespects all religions.
Alright.
That's his whole thing.
I think if anything, that's the most respectful thing he's done.
Yeah, he just disrespects all religions in
Yeah.
the game. So if someone's has a religious mindset or is of a religion, he'll just shit on it just for no reason.
Most respectful thing to do.
For instance,
kid.
there's a little girl in the campaign that I made.
Fireball.
Little girl who's like sleeping in sleeping by herself because she's trying to hide away. She's like in a small inn essentially,
Okay.
and he breaks into the room. The rest of the team is just there like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? He breaks into the room, and there's a sleeping girl there, and she has like her idol of her god there. And he sees that the idol's eyes are made up of rubies. He's like, I want that. I'm taking those rubies. I'm selling those rubies.
Was the idol made of gold?
No, it was like a wooden, brass, something. I forgot what it was. But basically, he broke it. Oh, God. I'm getting ahead of myself. Broke into the room, woke up the little girl. She got scared. She's also a small mage, so she did a little thunder blast, essentially, in the air, in the room. And then he's just like, thankfully she missed. Because I know if she would have hit him, he would have just killed her. And then he was just like, well, I'm taking your stuff now. He's terrified, calling for help. Him and the team have to leave out through the second balcony window. And when they leave, he fails a skill check or acrobatics check, and he drops the idol on the floor, breaking it.
Well,
and he just leaves it there.
It doesn't even take. Okay.
Does it take? Because he broke it. He broke them in pieces. The rubies. It all just broke.
Oh, so even the rubies. broke.
Second
Yeah.
floor. Second floor.
would he get like a nat 1 and just shatter it
Yes.
to dust?
It was like a nat, it was. I needed like a 10. He had like a 2 or something. I was like, oh well. They fell. They fell.
It
They
would've
fell
been-
and it broke.
It would have been more.
If it was
funny-
a nat 1, I would have had him broke his leg too. It's just how stupid it was.
I just thought it would have been more stupid. Like the thing is perfectly fine, but the rubies have down.
I made him fail it so bad to that because I'm like, oh yeah, you just forgot to use your wings for a second. You just fell. Because he can fly.
I'm just saying, like it could have been worse for him. Like if the thing broke, it devours his soul and make new ruby eyes or some shit. Right?
I was like, no, you're an idiot. But I'm not. I don't hate y'all that much. This guy's an idiot. He bought a kobold. Is a guy who basically sold sex slaves, essentially,
Of course.
of different races. And he bought the kobold child from this sex trafficker. And it's like, okay, you were bought out of sex slavery, and now you are going to be a warrior on the battlefield. This kobold, his wings can't even work. He can't even fly. He was damaged as a kid, as a baby.
I mean, that is standard protocol. Make sure none of them try to leave.
Yeah, basically that's what happens. So his wings are basically clipped. Its wings are there, but they're just for show, really. So anyway, this guy left him alone with a stranger he only met a few moments ago. Came back, his kid was killed. I told him to like, don't trust this lady. Why are you leaving your kid with it? Because we don't want to expose him to danger. I'm like, oh well, you're gonna pay the price for that. Dead kid. They spent like 100 gold on him to get.
Is it just dead?
Dead.
Just it.
It's dead.
The
He wanted to go revive it somewhere, but then I was like, oh yeah, it's been dead for too long.
Oh,
The
okay.
necromancer can bring it back. If it brings it back, it's coming back as a lifeless, soulless entity.
At least it's
I
just
can only
dead.
imagine in his head he was probably thinking deal.
Yeah, he was. He had to use a deal. And he's like, how much? And she's like, well, I need several items, and also it's going to cost you about 500 gold. He's like, I don't have that. He's like, and then he killed the necromancer.
What the? Wait, the necromancer wasn't on the team, right?
No.
Okay, I don't know why I would think
But
he
she
would
was
do
supposed
that.
to be
but-
useful for later to help bring people back. But could we go right? While the kid died, they were in a dungeon, and he had to defeat a boss to get through the dungeon. But they left him with a stranger he just met.
Right? He is chaotic neutral, so.
He's an idiot. I tried to make up like scenarios like, okay, how you gonna talk about this? How you gonna do it? He's like, I'm not talking. I'm not. Well, brings out his fucking battle axe. I'm not talking. The whole team was just like, bro. So my last DM thing, which I just did for them on Tuesday, earlier this week, because I was finally free to see them,
Mhm.
I made sure like, no, we're not doing this. You do whatever you want, but I'm not letting you do this.
So you're saying that because of that experience with him, you won't allow me to go into a tavern,
No,
threaten to burn down
Why
a guy,
do you keep going to the tavern idea and burning it? Okay?
because that's where you get information.
they're like one of the main information places is the Elf Song Tavern.
Yeah,
which
but
is my
if you
story.
burn it, there is no longer a tavern to go to.
No, but I can at least threaten the person and destroy some of his shit to make sure that he knows I'm serious.
If they decide to break things down, I let them do it. But I'm like, all right, well, it's affecting your story negatively, 100%.
I mean, I'm chaotic neutral. Nobody gives a
Your story's gonna end so quickly. Your story's gonna end so bad.
Okay, so now that we got me out of the way, what do you think Akira over here would be?
I feel like you wouldn't be chaotic I think you'd be chaotic good. Like you'd be doing like the worst things possible to get the good outcome.
Could be the opposite, lawful evil.
You'd be lawful evil,
I don't know.
basically just stern villain.
I don't know. It could be chaotic. I'd be right.
Again, this is supposed to be the hero, and he's wanting to be over here, be the villain, and kill people.
Hey, sometimes you need to be because people are assholes.
Like I have
Why do
some.
you think I'm the villain?
Like I
Yeah, what do you think I want to kill you?
Like I have some
Like me at me.
I have some characters that I made were basically just like the first character I made was named Schmitty, I think, or
Shitty.
no, Swingling. Swingling.
Why was it named that?
He was
Uh,
Chinese.
No. No.
I thought he was gonna say it because he had a big dick and just
No,
like,
Swingling. Swingling is just, he's an idiot. And like his whole shtick is that he's always saying his name out loud. Like, Swingling! Let's go Swingling! He's always just saying it out loud just so he can make himself look proud. He's basically like an idiot from his village, but they got rid of him by basically lying to him and saying that he's like the folk, he's the folk hero. And that he needs to go out and do a quest, but the other reason why they sent him out is because he's such an idiot, he couldn't do anything in the village to do anything right. He couldn't farm, he couldn't do agriculture, he couldn't build for shit, couldn't fight for shit. So they sent him out there. And the reason I gave him that backstory is because I saw what his stats were. Bro has a low intelligence, low attack. He was low everything.
except,
He was low or average and everything.
okay.
His wisdom was low, his intelligence was low. I think his strength was actually average. It was average or a little below average, something like that.
Do you have insane luck or what?
No. I rolled the dice to see what he gets, and he got everything average or below average. He's not proficient in anything.
That's just fortunate.
Are you making your account online while it's being shared on the screen?
None's being shared.
Okay. I was gonna say, please don't do that.
Don't worry, I've made that mistake a few times before. I'm good.
I bet, but you have.
Oh shit, it's saying nickname's taken. I didn't see that on the bottom.
Of course it
Yeah.
would be.
Another one was I forgot his name. Jim Jub, I think his name was.
Jim Joe.
Jim Jub. Basically, his whole thing was that he's a dragonborn race. And basically, he was a part of a clan of like noble warriors, but he was a lazy son of the chief of the warrior tribe. The dad was tired of his bullshit of just lazing around and not helping the clan, so he basically forced him out into battle. Son didn't like that, but the night before he got sent off to a battle versus another village, he killed his father out of spite, and then I think somebody witnessed it, and he like essentially took off from the village, and I think he hired some assassins to kill the rest of the people in the village, but the warriors were too strong, and they ended up killing the assassins, and they tortured the information out of them. Like, Jim Jub sent us, and so now his backstory is he's on the run from his own clan.
Okay.
Alright.
Put that to himself.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. 100% did. He wanted to be the ruler of the clan. Like, he wanted all the benefits, but none of the work.
So wait for his dad to die.
Not one of the worst backstories I've heard. Not one of the worst ones I've heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's an idiot. All my characters are like either they're idiots and they're very like, and they have a heart of gold, or they're just a dumbass who just is completely over their heads. I love making characters like that.
Heart of gold or dumb.
Yeah, heart of gold. Well, they're always gonna be dumb or silly in some regard. He's very crafty, Jim Jub.
Very crafty for somebody with low skills and
No, his skills are actually high. When I rolled his
Wait, I
skills,
thought you said Jim Job was the one.
no, Swingling was still
Swingling,
stupid.
oh,
Swingling was stupid.
okay.
Jim Jub got high stats when I rolled him.
Oh, okay.
He's like he's a savant at fighting and everything.
Oh shit.
It's just that he's lazy.
All right.
Like, he's just doesn't want to work hard.
Makes sense.
Whereas Swingling wants to work hard. It's just he's bad at everything. So, and also I made them roommates essentially.
That sounds like a fun pizza night.
And he just basically Swingling thinks that they're like best friends, but Jim Jub just sees him as a pet.
Of
Because
course.
Swingling's a halfling, and Swingling's like 3'9", 3'10", and Jim Jub is 6'11", 6'9" or something like that. So there's quite literally like a 2-3 foot difference there. Yeah. So it's quite literally like take Crimson over here, add an extra foot, and then decrease a foot off of me. That's the size difference.
I mean, do you want to stand up to...
Now, how about you? Actually, you know what? You just stand up.
Yeah, we tried to measure.
That's the difference. That's literally the difference between like Swingling and Jim Job. Right? and Swingling thinks they're equals. 100%. He's like, yeah. His strength is like a 9. Jim Job's is like a 16 or some shit, which doesn't sound like a big difference to you, but like you on like certain strength checks, that makes a big difference. Because when you roll the dice, it's like, okay, both like say Swingling and Jim Jump want to take an item for themselves. All right, well, okay, the DM will be like, all right, well, how about y'all wrestle for it, or y'all try to like lock hands and see who can overpower who. Say Jim Jump rolls a dice, he gets +4 in all strength rolls, and Swingling gets a -2 on all rolls.
He's dead.
So whoever has the higher number, that's one overpowers the other one. Or if the DM wants to be realistic about it, say when he does manage, when you roll a 1, I roll like a 9 or a 10 or something. Yeah, Swingling will at least be at a standstill if you want to be realistic. There's no realistic way someone this height can take on someone that height.
Yeah, it's like you gotta be on your knees and just.
Yeah, so a good DM will find a way to make it realistic and not break immersion. Because yes, even if you succeed at something, doesn't mean you get the best outcome possible. It just means you get a better outcome. Yeah. You get the most realistic best outcome. Hard being a DM, bro, because you gotta like keep up with everyone's stupidity. Especially if someone wants to walk off and do their own thing, which happened last time I played with them. Bro, literally, one of my friends, his name was Crocus. His character was Crocus. Literally ran into the main villain of the whole dungeon on accident, just as he was exploring. I was trying my best to like edge him to get away from there, but he just kept going.
Okay, so I'm guessing the whole party died.
He almost did. Like 4 different times. He got, by the grace of God, I told him, you need to get like a 15, you need to get a 10. He got those numbers, bare minimum. I was like, oh, you're so lucky. You should be dead. Your character should be dead. He got away. He didn't beat the villain. He ran away.
I can only imagine he would run away.
No, he did not beat that main. He did not beat the main. It's like an evil cult family, and eventually aristocrats that are using their status to hire essentially people from a cult, and the cult's promising them power and like future success while they're providing them resources. So that's kind of what they're doing. And basically, Bro ran into the main head of the family. While they were doing a ritual.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. That ritual was supposed to be meant to be stumbled on earlier. Way later.
Yeah.
I was gonna level them all up a little bit before they got to them, like at least more 1 or 2 levels, so they're a little stronger. But
level up a bit, maybe give them some good loot along the way.
a little bit, something. They ran. Oh yeah, they were supposed to take someone hostage. They killed him. They killed the villain, and they were supposed to be revealed like a special item that the villain had on hand. Now they have no idea what the item's called. They have no idea how to work it. They have no idea where to take it. So on my mind, I'm like, okay, well, this item is now not really in the story now. I mean, y'all have it. Have the box.
It sounds like one of those items where they don't know how to use it, so they're just gonna throw it at somebody. So you know.
I think they are. And the worst part is, it's not gonna do anything to them.
Okay, so for story 6, what was the item and how was it supposed to work for us?
It was called the Infernal. Oh God, I forgot what it was called. Infernal was in its first words in the name, but basically it was supposed to like open up a portal to another dimension.
Oh.
Wynn figured out how to use it because the person who had it on them didn't know how to use it yet. They were figuring it out. They were supposed to ask questions and figure out information. But because they were impatient, yeah, they were. Granted, they were supposed to kill that person anyway later on the line. But I made it seem like, hey, there's a specific item in this person's hand. Yeah.
So you gave them the wrong phrasing.
And the way I understand it, the item could have been used to basically win without having to do anything.
Possibly, if they used it right.
Because the way I see it, like...
Well, they're technically stopping... They don't want the portal to open up anyways. It's a good thing they stopped him. But they don't know now.
Well, the way I see it, they could have used that portal to, like, opening up a portal underneath like the main bad guy and just sent him through it?
They could have.
Because you can't really do the ritual from the
Oh, it's
inside.
the main leader of the family is actually a woman.
Okay, well either way, they can't. They
Oh,
can't.
so make the first mistake. All right.
They can't do it from inside the portal. They
And
have to be
the
like.
person they killed is one of her sons. So they're definitely not getting any negotiate out of her.
I mean, depends. Was it a bastard son? Was it a good son?
She didn't care for any of her kids, but still, she doesn't like when she doesn't like. She's the type of lady that doesn't like when her things are broken.
Okay, yeah, that does sound like an evil person.
All right.
So basically, they're like, I don't actually care about them, but you took something from mine, so you're dead.
No, yeah, that sounds. The only reason I really got asked about items like this is because when I was watching some other people do react to D&D videos, one person was reacting to the chaotic good barbarian when he was going up against Strout.
Yeah.
And when she was watching the video, she thought for a moment, she was all like, wait, I went up against Strout. Is he basically like a vampire? My first thought is, you can see that he has like fangs and everything. Would there be a reason he wouldn't be a vampire?
So sometimes the DMs maybe they didn't describe it well enough. I'm the type of DM that like, look, I have the picture. I'm just gonna show you what they look like.
I figured that was always a thing. Like
They don't
everybody would
always.
show the picture.
They don't always. They sometimes it's some DMs or want to go extra about it and try to describe that themselves. I'm not great with descriptions. If the thing doesn't give us one, a lot of times the DM book will give you what the character looks like. But
Yeah.
you don't have to make it look like that. It's like, say for instance, a character has light skin and blonde hair. You can just say, oh, they have dark skin and frizzy hair. You can say whatever you want, as long as the character has the overall same characteristics to get the story along.
Okay.
Because there are some key characters that you want to keep them in your story.
Yeah. Okay, no, because she was wondering if Charlotte was actually a vampire because apparently she had like a thing in her inventory that could practically like imitate the sunlight. So she was thinking I could have just one shot him if anything. But
Probably.
But by the way she made it sound, I think she said like she could have one shot him, but instead she completely forgot about it and just kept on chasing him throughout the story.
I think what's crazy is I do love it when, because there's one of the people in the group that my favorite is a character named Jones, who doesn't want to actually get into a fight all the time. Much rather just terrify people when they get away and always get out of situations. He's my favorite character to play with in that campaign. My friend,
Mhm.
who actually shoots D&D like a real D&D. So for instance, his whole thing is that he can like mold earth is one of his powers. So like, why am I gonna fight you? I'm just gonna mold the ground around you and have you fall in it, or I'm just gonna trap you in this wall and then just kill you that way. I'm not gonna get into an actual fist fight with you. That's stupid. He's a druid. I forgot. But yeah, that's the whole thing. Being a DM is hard.
Yeah, I can only imagine. You gotta keep the chaos contained somehow.
I let them do whatever they want for the most part. But I try to guide them by just giving them, hey, look, X NPC is exposition dumping on you. Pay attention, stupid. And sometimes I'll just make up characters. Like I'll just make them up. Put them in there just to give them a little bit of interaction.
Sorry, I'm over here trying to look at roles and such to. Because I think if anything, taking the idea that I had for Crimson and his backstory and make it a character, I know for certain there's gonna be a warlock in there. It's just kind of like what else?
You can dual class, or you could just be the one.
I definitely want to do dual class because actually no, with D&D like you don't have to have a specific weapon designed for a class, right? Like you can be like a wizard or a warlock or something and still use a sword, right?
Could, just wouldn't be proficient with it. Best thing to do is be like a fighter with a wizard or something like that, or a warlock and a fighter.
Unless you also want to use Lord of the Ring rules.
I wouldn't. There's a new race that got introduced not long ago. I really like the new race. I think it's called the River Folk.
Let me see if species is. Let's see, humans, Asmir, Dragonborn, gnomes.
Goliaths are cool too. Arakakla is my friend.
Yeah, you told us.
The bugbears. I don't have anyone that does a bugbear. I think it's just ugly as shit.
There's the deep gnome you were telling.
Yeah, the deep gnomes.
I kind of wonder if any of your friends have actually done fairy.
Mm-mm. Their response is, "Yeah, am I doing that?" I'm like, okay. The Goliaths, those are big hulking ass. Ooh, what's that bunny? I'm not aware of that. race.
Herringon?
Harengon. People can also be goblins if they want.
Oh, they're blessed with fey luck, and they often find themselves a few fortunate feet away from dangers during adventures. Your friend really could have used.
I mean, he's still alive.
I mean, just barely because of his roles.
Yeah. He's a dwarf, I believe.
Shadarkar.
Mm.
Shadarkar. Apparently, it's supposed to be like an elf type.
Mm-hmm. Tortle.
Tabaxi.
I don't have anyone that plays as that. Oh, they don't have the river folk yet.
I mean, it's still a long list. The thing for it is still up here. I'm just kind of going down slowly to see what they.
Oh, the 3 Kreen? I love the 3 Kreen.
There's a plasmoid? What? A living. Like a living slime monster?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Damn. Let's see. But you can play as a Minotaur?
You can play the Minotaur. You can really play as any character racer you want. If bad race, good race, you can make any race you want. As long as
you want to play a Gung?
As long as you have realistic like stats and stuff, the DM will just give it the okay. These are more like villainous rules, but people can play as these.
Anybody want to play a bear folk? Or a raven folk?
I'd like to have an actual mouth.
I mean, they do have mouths.
You do.
Yeah, but not. I don't want a beak.
Does that also mean you won't play as Gullus?
Well, maybe because I have seen Rooster Fighter, or
Chicken.
whatever his name.
Yeah, so far I'm not seeing the river folk.
Because the closest thing I saw was River Elf or something like that.
I'm not remembering the name properly. Hold on.
Possibly. But
I mean, there were plenty of fish that we passed on by.
Oh, they're not fish. They're otters.
what? Oh. What is it called then?
They're called river. Weird. Oh, that's the name of the expansion. That's not the actual name of the race.
Oh.
No.
That explains a lot now.
They're called Otterkin.
I don't think we said
Otter?
that here, do we?
Not that I know of. I mean, we've seen a lot of folks, but we didn't see any kins as far as I know.
How's the sofa?
Found it. Otterkind. Otterkin. They look like this.
Store.
Yeah, you can make any race you want for your character. Like, I wanted to make a character that was just like a goblin or a kobold. Or like a tiny creature. I love playing as tiny creatures that like use magic or like are fighters because they could be extra agile. You can make your character like super. You can fly. You can run on walls. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Or it could be a big hulking behemoth like a fucking Goliath.
I think I might be a changeling because that seems like it would be very useful.
Yeah.
That does seem like it would be very fun to be a chaotic neutral changeling.
Mm.
Can just burn down a shop and then just change the way I look.
Yeah.
Okay, what else there? Background, spells, feats, equipment.
There's a lot of information. Like if you want to learn this stuff, it's gonna take a minute. It doesn't. It's not something you just pick up quickly. It's so hard to implement. That's why there's not that many good D&D games out there. Like everyone knows about Baldur's Gate now, but that's one of the few examples of like doing a good job of picking that big ass content and make it into a game because it's difficult.
I mean, I've still yet to play Baldur's Gate. I do want to play it. It seems interesting.
You can make your character a woman or a girl. You can see their dick. You can see their tits, their vag, everything. Sorry, that's just my selling point. Every time I see a game that has nudity in it, you can see some tits if you want.
Okay, so Warlock has some skill proficiencies. Okay, definitely intimidation. And I'll go with arcane. The other lessons.
Oh, I remember something I wanted to talk about. Seen the CW Powerpuff Girls trailer?
I did see that.
Here's the thing. The first half, I hated it. Second half, I was like, alright, you got me a bit more interested in this. But it took me a while to find the actual trailer because everybody was like commenting on it. I just didn't want to watch that commentary. But then I saw the trailer and I was like, okay. As soon as they said Buttercup was like hating or that about pronouns and shit, like, don't do this. Don't add to it.
I mean, it's the CW. They're gonna try to go for that woke community stuff.
Yeah, and then the Bubbles is drunk and it's like, what the fuck happened to Bubbles?
Yeah, honestly, Bubbles took one hell of a turn.
Yeah. Like, she's all cute and everything and that, and like, in a
No.
certain way. Now it's like, oh, I just drank a lot.
Over-sexualized.
That's
Sexualized and selling Powerpuff Girl shit off the side of the road.
And threatening to sell or give away the nudes or leak the nudes of her sister. We just, like, damn, you would do that? That's crazy.
I forgot, what was Blossom's thing?
I have no idea.
I kind of forgot. Like, I saw the trailer and I already forgot what was her deal.
I just know Buttercup is a lesbian now.
Something like that. It was just like, what is going on? Oh, and Professor X is black somehow.
I don't know.
What?
Professor Utanium be black on.
Yeah. He was dark skinned for sure. I was confused, like, alright, I guess.
I only have one question. Have they given the leaks to what Miss Bellum looks like?
I think I saw that one.
I want to see that curly-haired, big tit.
Sir, the hentai you see is not the same as what's in the show.
I know. I want to see what the show does, so that way I know whether or not I should watch it or.
Well, they're never gonna release it because like that was like 10 years ago, and somehow it leaked. They scraped it.
Fucking hell. Wait, how the hell would they think making that kind of thing 10 years ago?
That was around the time when the wokeness shit happened anyway. They're slowly realizing this shit doesn't really work.
Are you sure? Because Disney
I
might
said
have.
slowly. I didn't say they all knew.
No, because Disney's still fucking up.
That too, but that's because that's Disney. They're not paying attention to fucking shows. It's Disney shit.
Sure. No, at the very least, I'm hoping that with even DreamWorks, they come to realize that the Shrek that they showed isn't all that great looking.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Because I get that Shrek is older and everything, but he looks like he just got back from something.
And also Mojo Jojo's human. Oh, you already talked about that, right?
Oh, that's right. There's Mojo and then there's JoJo. 'Cause that's how they played it off, and like how somehow Mojo got killed off, and then his son Jojo is like hates the Powerpuff Girls, and I think Blossom at some point tries to actually date him, but because she killed Mojo, it's like no, that's not gonna happen. That was the thing that got me want to watch it a little bit. It's like okay, how does this work out? You killed his dad. I don't see this working out for you. Which is why I want to see the train wreck.
Let's see what are these thieves' cants.
So wait, did you choose a race, or is this just like making you ask questions and then it'll choose it for you?
I haven't chosen a race just yet. It's been more just choosing a class. For some reason, my character is already at level 2. I don't know. Okay, but right now, so I already chose Warlock. I think I already got that set up except for spells. And now I'm looking at rogue stuff. And one of them is you picked up various languages in the communities where you applied your roguish talents. You know thieves can't, and one other language of your choice. What does that mean, thieves can't? My coach?
The camp?
No, thieves can't.
Oh, thieves camp. Okay, so basically, thieves camp is basically when you want to speak to someone who has like information or just a fellow thief, and basically there's a way for you to have a conversation with somebody, but you hyphenate certain syllables or words in the sentence, basically relaying a second message. So, say for instance, I'm saying something like, this is just an example, it's not real, but it's like, hello, Crimson, great day we're having. Did you see that the river folk recently moved in down the street? But like, just like emphasizing some syllables in the sentence, I could be like, our target is to the left. Take your shot. That's like, that's not, again, it doesn't work there, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's thieves can't. And only certain other thieves can pick up on the lingo. Some people will be lost.
Yeah, I've seen that for sure. I mean, we kind of saw that in Spy X Family.
Yeah. Yeah, because
that's basically it. What you
Yeah.
saw there, that's basically it.
Yeah. Where they just had a normal-ish conversation, and like the subtitles, like, "Oh yeah, this is what we're trying to say." It's crazy.
Okay, apparently a thief can't learn anything. Are there even scythe type weapons in D&D?
There are. I believe so.
Are they classified as scythes, or is it more like a separate thing in another category?
I think they're their own little thing. I don't remember.
Okay, because I'm looking at all the weaponry here, and I'm not seeing scythe. Let's see. I can definitely see that a thief can learn to use a revolver or a shotgun. No, maybe it's sickle. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
When you make an extra attack of the light property, you can make it as part of the attack action instead of as a bonus action. Oh, okay. Oh, I can only make the extra attack once per. Okay, well that's still not too bad.
Alright, so this is happening in China, but like, do you think we should also have robot cops?
No.
Fuck no.
We've already seen what having a lot of robot sentient things are doing right now. Like the fact that some self-driving cars can hold up a garbage truck for hours just because it doesn't know how to move. Yeah, I don't know if you heard about that, but yeah, there was a while back where a garbage truck was trying to do its job and everything, I think a self-automated car was stuck behind it. It tried to move around it, but because there was another one trying to come around, it couldn't move. But because it was also seeing the automatic car, it couldn't move.
I did hear something like that. I didn't know it was a garbage truck, but I do remember there's a few times where if they met up with each other, chances are they didn't know what to fucking do.
Yeah.
And it probably would just be even worse if it was another company against another company. It's like, well, now both of them don't know what the fuck to do. Can't even communicate with each other. On one hand, I keep feeling like automation would be very helpful. But unfortunately, with our current like system that people use, you can't really let that happen. Then like people won't have jobs. Even though usually the argument is like, but when the automation happens, like jobs are created, but like yeah, but there's only so many roles for it. Got rid of like 100 people, and now you only need 2 or 3 for the new role that you just made. Like what happens? The other 97 people. That's if like the 3 out of the 100 know how to fucking become the thing.
Yeah.
For it. So well shit.
Wait, are you able to add on a third class?
Are you?
It's showing add another class.
Yeah, you got multiple classes. Oh, another one?
Yeah, that's what I
I've
said.
never seen anyone do 3. I don't recommend people doing 2 only because you'll never be able to get the full benefits of the 1 class. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Because if you only have 20 levels, each level you can only put it towards one of those. So if you're level 20, which is the max level, you could be a level 10 warlock and a level 10 rogue.
Mm.
Or you can make it uneven and make it level 18 warlock, and you only want the first 2 2 main benefits of rogue. So make your choice. You can be a level 15 warlock with level 5 rogue. There's a limit there.
Okay, I master 4 classes.
5 skills and everything? That's crazy. You are going to be a jack of all trades, but you're not going to be a master of nothing.
That's usually my thing. No, I'll just go ahead and leave it at this. Go ahead and change up the name real quick.
By the way, have you seen the Los Angeles Lakers Peace Clap?
No, I haven't.
It's kind of neat, nice in a way, but it's kind of like throws me off. Only because like you don't expect it to happen. Let's see if I can get terrible with this one. There we go. This shit.
Damn, bro, where's the rest of his crew at?
I know, right? It's just him.
This is 1v5 and they still lost? That's crazy.
He scored 8 points. We don't know how many points he was behind or hit, but we assume in this case, like it's pretty like it's off-putting in a weird way, but at the same time, it's like it's getting more accepted into the mainstream, or at least I wouldn't say mainstream, but more like into the sports arena now. Because usually there's like anime of sports, but sports usually doesn't incorporate anime.
Yeah.
Which is why it's like it's kind of weird to see that. Like there's even one with Demon Slayer for baseball. Like threw me off as well. Let's see if I can find it. 'Cause I think I only have it for you. They found her. Fuck.
Damn.
Don't worry, she has a map. She'll find a way back.
Damn, door got iced. No one.
What?
Dora got iced.
Oh.
Did you just realize what he said?
Yeah, well, I thought that was like, yeah, she did. Thanks for that. Crimson.
Yeah, here's the fucking Demon Slayer one I was telling you about. Like, what the fuck? Like it's impressive they do this. Like clearly they have the budget for it, but still.
Yeah, it looks fucking amazing.
So I've been in a plane, but like 3 times, but only for like one trip technically, and coming back. Have you guys been on planes? I assume you have.
Yeah, I've been on a couple.
Right. How did you feel after Delta?
What do you like? What do you mean physically?
Like you remember the one that just like it, technically everybody's safe, but the plane just got destroyed because it flipped over upside down and everything.
I would say I feel like that would be a terrifying experience, whether or not you came out of it safe.
I mean, yeah, but then like, don't you think you're now the luckiest you could ever be? Because it's like not only did you survive one, like what are the chances are you go into another plane and that happens again? Like it seems like unlikely you're gonna be in a plane that's gonna get destroyed. In that manner. It's like it's so weird to think that way, but it's like, huh? Because like, what are the odds? There would be a second time that happens, or the plane crashes. It seems unlikely. Like, there's the fact that you could always go on the plane right, but there's always that chance it's gonna crash. But the likelihood of it happening second time just seems unlikely.
Wait a minute.
What? This?
So, I was looking at species and everything. I didn't see a changeling. I thought for a moment maybe that's because like a changeling is supposed to be a more advanced thing, and maybe I have to like level up my character for that. I thought that shouldn't make any sense. A species is basically what you're born as. So then I look up here and it says looking for something not on the list below. Unlock all official options in Marketplace.
What?
I have to buy in order to get a bigger selection.
Oh dear God.
Never mind. I'm gonna go with pen and paper.
Well, do whatever they can.
Apparently they will. I mean, they're already making a lot of money off of the regular stuff, anyways.
There's that too. I think they try to copyright this kind of stuff too, so you can't make another one. Forget it. There's something with Dungeons and Dragons. I haven't been. Like it kind of sucks that this is happening. Like it gets worse as time goes by. Usually it's supposed to get better, which has just been getting worse.
I mean, it's not like any kind of marketplace has crashed or anything, so it's not like the value of things are going to go down yet.
Yeah, but not like everything, like subscription models. Like you can't own anything now.
No, at the very least, when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to video game stuff, at the very least, like Steam does have like a good value on things. Because I
Better, yeah.
because I don't know if y'all heard about it, but apparently, I think it was EA, or at the very least Sony. They want to make games with ads in the middle of them.
I have heard that one.
But with Steam, they say like no.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
kind of games where you have ads in them, no, those are automatically going to be taken down.
Yeah, I heard about that one. I was like, oh, thank God, Steam. I hope
Yeah.
I hope they never change that part.
No, Steam has been operating this sort of way on its own for a long time. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything going on. There's not going to be anything wrong going on. So yeah, another reason why it would be kind of better for people to try and go more towards PC, but again, with gaming consoles, like it is easier because they're primarily made for gaming. So obviously, when you buy a game for a PC, you're probably gonna have to upgrade it. You're probably gonna have to look into getting some new stuff later on down the line because games are trying to advance. Whereas gaming on a console, the console's already trying to move forward with the games. So automatically you would have a better, like, you'd have a better equipment going into these new games and everything. Which is why, like, Wilds right now is getting shit on with a lot of people in the PC community.
Because your fucking console is shit.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize, like, if you buy a PC from like even Amazon,
Yeah.
it's gonna say that it works for GTA,
Yeah.
it works for Doom, it works for League of Legends, all these different kind of games. Which, yeah, that's great and everything if those are the only ones you want to play. But as more games come out later on the line, like even Cyberpunk, that game you really have to upgrade part of your system.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I appreciate the PCers because it's just like, hey, respect. You clearly have a love for the system and you are dedicated. But I would never get a PC to game just because I already know. Like for me, my laptop is only used for homework, school, and YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And even then, my YouTube videos are not like high definition; they're low res most of the time because I want them to run smoothly. What really makes me laugh is whenever I. This is kind of a spoil, like a little warning here, trigger warning. Sometimes whenever I watch, not safe for work content porn.
You bitch.
Whenever I see that, and I see that it's like high def option, I'm like, I'll try it. But then I'm like, my computer is like, it's slow. I'm like, okay, I don't know who, I'm okay with watching at 480p. I'm okay. And everyone's upset by that. And they're like, I want my porn HD. I want to be able to see her pores. And I'm just like, I don't care.
Like, I don't mind seeing a little more, to where it's not pixelated, but I don't want enough to where like I can visibly see the guy's veins on his dick.
Yeah. They make up the details of everything.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's gotta be a point where it's a little too much and things.
Speaking of like technology working against us.
I thought you were gonna say speaking of porn.
No,
I was just like,
a little bit. Not really into that one. But the thing is, so this happened like a few days ago. I have a Chromecast that I connect to my TV, and it no longer works because every time I try to screencast anything to it, Google gives me back like, "Oh, this is an unauthorized device," even though I've been using it for the last 7 years. And so right now it's just basically bricked away. And I managed to like follow the steps that it says. Like, oh yeah, if it doesn't work, plug it off, and plug it back in. See if it'll auto update. Try to see that, nothing happens. What is it? What is he eating? What?
Beans.
Is it beans?
beans. It's like ranch style type beans. I just thought it was funny because the way it starts off is just like, I'm beating you one. And they just pour the whole thing down. Well, here it is.
Oh, why have a cup?
Oop.
That's just it. It's supposed to be a little by little, but then it's like, fuck it.
He's tiny. Dear God. Alright, and then...
If he's going out, he's going at 3 a.m.s with the beans.
Beans! That's right, that's the old meme.
Honestly, it sounds like maybe it's the fact that the Chromecast is old and everything. Maybe Google doesn't actually do anything with it anymore, so they kind of just stop.
Oh no, there's a few things about that. Basically, I factory reset it, and now because I did that, I can't even connect my phone to it anymore. That way, that is until somebody else like, hey, this is what you can do to at least do this part, where you can at least connect it back to the internet by changing your phone's time to March 8th, the day before everything happened, and apparently it's gonna be happening to a bunch of other Chromecasts later. It's just mine's the second generation, and you'd think like, oh, they just need to do this one thing real quick, and the answer is no. They have to do way more things. So it might be like a month or two before they finally fix the issue.
If they even try at all.
No, they will. It's just that they've laid off a lot of workers that used to be part of the team that handled it. But the thing is, the certificate ended about a week ago. And so the team they have needs to come up and fix the solution, and then also somehow get people who have either never opened the Chromecast or have factory reset it a way to like get back into it to use it properly. And also, they're not going to do Chromecast anymore, so that's another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
Because now
thinking.
they only have Chromecast TV ones, which are like more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $100. Like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, I just wanted to try.
What is it?
It's
Just a
air.
little air canister to dust.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
If you hold it long enough.
That I don't know why. You know what I think it is? Because I keep thinking it's WD-40.
It does.
I mean,
I honestly thought
So
when,
when you first said that, I was like, why? Are you doing that to him?
I mean, I wouldn't be that stupid.
Yeah. Well, the thing
we
is,
don't know that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I see that and I'm like, that looks like WD-40.
What, you mean this thing?
Yeah,
it's
that's
that.
just
I
that.
mean, it is
away.
supposed to be for precision, so.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I heard it, I thought it was the lemon
Where'd you get
scented
that from?
spray.
Where'd you get that?
Walmart.
Should get some.
I have a bunch of those.
You get it from my room.
I had to get it mainly because I was trying to dust my computer back when I was thinking about redoing a lot of the stuff inside of it. But now I'm just gonna buy up the new stuff.
I mean, you could always just buy an electric one. It
Mm.
costs like $20.
I mean,
But those are like $4 or $5 each.
All right. So, what are the topics you want to talk about today? We're getting way off track.
I mean, that's usually how it goes.
I know, but still.
Whether or not you're here or not, yeah,
Well,
we kind of go off.
What's besides Monster Hunter, which we haven't talked about like now in 30, 40 minutes? What's the next thing?
I mean, at the very least, we haven't gotten into any forceful, how do I say, forceful conjugation kind of stuff, like how
Risque stuff?
yes, like how Akira here usually wants to go.
Oh.
Like that time about the woman who was stuck in Afghanistan or something.
Oh, what?
There was, I can't remember exactly what it was.
I think you're making this up. He doesn't even remember.
Are you
No,
talking
'cause-
about the NBA player?
No, maybe, I don't know.
The women's college player or something like that?
No, there was a moment where we were talking about some people being prisoners and everything, and then you said how it could be a whole lot worse, and then brought it up.
I probably read something.
That's what it was.
last
It was
minute.
people being, it was Americans being trapped by like Afghanians or something, and couldn't leave. So we had to try and come to terms with whoever was running the whole entire thing, and how they were sent back. And then you made a comment about how it could be a whole lot worse.
I just can't remember this one entirely.
It was back when I was still being able to stream on Twitch with our podcasts. So it was quite a while ago. But honestly, there's never any like agenda because we get off topic so much. I think I first started to try and do agendas back when we started, but you were never able to show up a lot of the time, and then a lot of times it was kind of like we talked about it for a few minutes. That was a whole conversation. Like we could never find any actual substance to talk about.
I have a question.
Go for it.
You guys can pick any anime or live action or cartoon, western, whatever have you, and make that show and its cast into Smash Brothers Melee type fighting game. What would you do?
I want to jokingly say I would turn Dr. House into a Smash. Because they've already turned him into a fucking anime. Why the fuck not?
Oh, there was that one, yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
I was thinking the Amazing World Gumball, but it's like none of that's gonna be good. But then it's gonna be interesting.
I mean, you could definitely turn Richard into a Smash character.
Oh, for you turn Gumball and Darwin for sure.
Yeah, and then Nicole for sure. It's basically karate
There's a
master.
fucking dinosaur in that show.
There's that too.
I know, but at that point, you might as well just have a dinosaur and not even say where it's from.
There's also like the robot character. There's the
Oh, yeah.
Cloud character.
And you're
Cloud
stepping on the
character's
water.
mom. Yeah, you are. I was like getting worried, like you're gonna
No.
destroy his
Yeah.
wire. You're gonna destroy the port. Who knows?
But
Yeah, it's
anyway,
a braided cable, but I still worry about it breaking.
okay, interesting choices. I'm surprised you didn't say some shit like. I don't know why. So a lot of people are like, I want a Simpsons fighting. You're like, why? There's already a Simpsons fight.
It's okay.
I mean, if anything, I want to see them bring back open world Simpsons game, like how we did once.
Oh, that's an old one. It's like 2008,
Yeah, that was
9.
something like that. That was back during the 360 PlayStation 2 days.
Yeah, I remember
Good.
that.
Because I remember I originally played it on the PlayStation 2, and I was playing it, I was like, oh my god, this game is so fun. And then we got a 360, and I ended up buying the game for that. And I saw it was an open world. I was like, holy why didn't I play on this? But yeah, that's actually another reason why I'm trying to upgrade my computer, so I can go back and play that as a ROM. Because it somewhat works already, it's just, it doesn't work out too well because the characters don't show up half the time. But yeah, honestly, I'd love to see like The Simpsons come back and make like an open world game. even Family Guy come back and make like an open world game.
Simpsons Breath of the Wild.
Alright.
I mean, if you gotta craft a few things, like some stuff from the TV show, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
We would love a modded now of like Bart is I don't know, like Homer is just like a Link. You just have Link with a bare belly and Baldy. And Marge is versus Zelda. I think Ganon is like Mr. Burns or some shit.
What are Bart and Lisa and Maggie?
They probably be just like little imp grass characters that dance whenever you find them.
Alright.
Bunch of little Maggies around.
Shit.
And then like I think there's like other side characters. Just make Bart bigger and make up side characters. I don't know. You can figure out something. I feel like there's a lot of characters that you can just like make them prolific with like the different villains.
Wait, I just have a very stupid idea.
Mm.
If Mr. Burns is gonna be Ganon, does that mean that Smithers is gonna be Mr. Tingles?
Yes.
I had a feeling
Yeah,
you were gonna bring
you
Smith
didn't
into
even
it.
hesitate.
Perfect.
Alright, who's Mr. Tingles?
Mr. Tingles is just some guy who wanted to be a fairy, so he ended up dressing up as one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, he's in a very tight green skin suit, and he just goes about and is annoying as all fuck.
Is it wrong for me to think that Marge Simpson is hot?
Kind of.
I feel like that's like common now. Like everyone's like, yeah, I would smash Marge.
I think it's just because of her hairstyle that people wear against it. But then you see scenes where her hair is down. It's like, okay.
No, I don't feel like it was always the hair. I think it was also mainly the voice.
Yeah.
Does she
I
has
love,
like
I love her voice.
Because I think a lot of people were off-putted by her, like, gravelly kind of voice.
I mean, it's a real female.
I mean, I would say the same thing with Lois Griffin. Like when I saw her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
think some
nasal.
people try to get around that because she has more of a high-pitched voice
In,
than Marge.
in terms of like the adult mothers, my favorite one in terms of like most attractive is easily Francine from
Oh, I agree.
I was gonna say, if you did not put Francine up there,
American Dad. That's like an easy one. That's
Yeah.
like the go-to.
Yeah.
honestly, it also makes you think, why hasn't Fox tried to make a video game based off all these franchises?
They have.
Oh, they have.
Well, I mean, I know they made a card game,
Yeah.
but I mean like an actual like game.
Like actually, like well, it is a game.
Yeah.
You just want like a fighting game, or you want like a multi-dimensional like crossover, like we're all saving the world together. Which, hey, you know,
At the very least, not like saving the world, but more like a multi-dimensional like adventure kind of game, to where you can jump in between like going to see Francine, to going to see Homer, to going over to Bob's Burger for something to eat.
I feel like they have done something like that, but I don't know entirely because as much as I enjoy the franchise, I'm not really actively trying to look at their shit.
They've made The Simpsons into Lego Dimensions back when it was a thing,
what the fuck?
Oh shit!
but that was something else entirely.
I remember when I was younger, I thought it would be so cool to play like Stewie on like a multi-dimensional adventure. But now the more and more I think about it, I'm like, there's only so much you can really do with it. Stewie and Brian, because I think there's a lot of Family Guy, Stewie and Brian centric episodes where they travel across time or dimensions or their own little adventures.
I mean, they did do something like that
Yeah.
at one point, and it kind of got bad reviews, but I think that's only because like the game was so weird in its writing.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's odd because it first turned out with like being Peter with Brian, and then out of nowhere they just kept pushing it with Brian and Stewie.
Well, yeah, because it's a fun pair.
It is.
I mean, the reason for it was because Brian was always supposed to be Peter's reason of voice, but then it was always after the whole entire thing with Stewie and Brian with going to Rhode Island or whatever it was, whatever the first one was. Like, fans started to really like the two of them in their opposite ways.
Yeah.
But-
But eventually it just became like Stewie's always been the smart one, and then while somehow being more childish because he became less dangerous.
Yeah, I want to say, I think I heard in an interview that they kind of reasoned the fact that the reason Stewie is like the way he is now
Mm-hmm.
is because he's become more mellow with his own sexuality.
Interesting.
And-
That's a weird. He's a fucking baby. First off,
I know, but at first it was always the fact that he made kind of gay comments every now and then. But during a lot of those times, especially during when the show was airing, a lot of it wasn't seen as right to be openly gay and everything. Still,
But it shouldn't be gay because he's a fucking baby.
Too early.
I'd argue.
Yeah.
I'd argue that should end right there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a hyper intelligent.
Ain't no 1-year-old should be thinking about sucking dick. Just saying.
I
feel
hope not. And that's also weird.
What do you mean? Hope not. That shouldn't.
I mean,
Yeah, 1-year-old.
reincarnation happens then.
A 1-year-old
Yeah,
who's been
isekai.
1 year for what, 15, 20 years.
I don't care.
Something.
I don't like to think about it.
Nobody likes to think about it because it's a cartoon.
I think the worst one was the one where everything was playing out in reverse.
Oh yeah.
I never watched it, but like they showed like clips of it, and like apparently Sue was going back into Lewis. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Nah, this is trippy's balls.
Went
Yeah.
back into the womb.
Yeah,
Yeah, because Brian was fucking with Stewie's time machine to try and get girls and everything.
that's what.
But Stewie ended up finding out, and they ended up breaking the time machine during a kerfuffle.
Hmm.
So it ended up causing time to rewind. Oh, that's right. It was because Brian smashed the odometer and kept on moving the numbers back
Oh
to
shit.
try and make it seem like he wasn't actually using it. So Stewie noticed, and he said that doing that to the pedometer would fuck it over, and yeah, ended up breaking the thing. So that's why time was going in reverse.
What a fucking idiot.
I mean, New Brian is definitely a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah, everyone confirms that like
Yeah.
newer seasons of Brian is just so fucking annoying.
Yeah, because he's kind of like self-righteous. Like Quagmire like did it best, like saying all the problems of him.
Here's okay. You know what? Tangent right now. One thing that I hate about this new, it's not new because it's been going on for like a decade now. But like when it first got introduced, that like Quagmire hates Brian. I'm like,
One of the reasoning is with the fact that Brian was going after Lois when
not
he was
only,
doing-
not even that.
Okay.
It's just okay. So here's the thing. When Quagmire gave him the speech of like, you mooch off of your friend, you mooch off of your best friend, took you off the street, you tried to fuck his wife, and I'm like, bro, you've done that.
Yeah,
You've done
he's
that. Not only you have, it's confirmed. You have sexually assaulted women. It's been confirmed. You did it. We saw you.
Yeah.
It was a cutaway gag. We saw you rape or try to molest Marge Simpson,
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, and then kills Homer,
like the family.
the
Yeah.
children, and then Marge.
Yeah, I think they tried to backtrack that during
I don't care.
one of the
Yeah,
airings.
they still did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
no, nobody's denying that. I fucking remember that.
I
So
almost forgot.
well, here's the thing, right? I'm just in my mind. I'm just like, hey, remember you did this,
Yeah.
and also like you've used women before. Like you've lied that you wore condoms before. I remember that scene. Like he
Yeah.
once said, like, here's a condom. I said,
Yeah, back when Peter, Joe, and Quagmire were trying to get his job back at the airlines,
something like
he
that.
ended up sleeping with the woman at the gate.
Yeah, so
He slept with her and completely missed the flight.
that's right.
So in my mind, I'm just like, you've done terrible. Like you have women in your trunk that you like keep as prisoners. You have a bed that literally is meant to be like a molestation bed that like takes women's arms and legs and spreads them out wide so you can do whatever he wants with them.
That was actually more of the couch in his country home.
It doesn't matter.
No, there was two of them.
It doesn't matter.
That
It's
actually
two.
makes it worse
when you
He
think
about it.
has two. His actual bed does that.
Yeah.
Like Brian may be a sleazy jerk sometimes, and maybe a bit self-righteous, and maybe he pretends to be something he's not. But at least what he is he's not confirmed at all is a child molester.
There was times.
There was only one episode, one scene where it was like he crossed the line. Was the one episode where it was newer, where like Meg's friend is like confirmed hot, like underneath like her body's amazing, but her face is ugly.
For a moment, I thought you were talking about
Butterface.
Quagmire.
No.
Okay.
Brian did this. No,
Yeah.
Quagmire also did this, but worse. He spied on them. He tried like seducing Meg several times for years. He was always like pushing that envelope, even though that's Peter's daughter. It's hey, it's okay that I try to fuck Peter's wife, but Peter's daughter also okay actually. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're gonna get on Brian for doing something you've done as well? At least
Yeah.
Brian, at the least case, yeah, he's done some weird stuff with Lois before. He's tried before, but it's been shown that he's a competent father with Lois in the picture. Because there was an episode where like Peter got stranded and Brian took over, so it shows like,
Yeah.
oh, he can actually be a good person.
That's
I
right, he
can't-
actually had a real job.
I can't imagine Glenn Quagmire actually being a good father because he runs away from shit from fatherhood.
I mean,
Except for the alternate universe.
There was an alternate universe, but again,
I think with the way to look at it from that alternate universe one is because he ended up being with Lois, his second love. More than likely, he had like a better life.
maybe he had a better life. Doesn't care. I don't care. 'Cause that just tells me that like you were just been the same way.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything against
Because
it.
Peter,
Like,
because in that same universe, Peter has an alternate life as well. His life is almost the same. He's the same person overall. Because remember, in that other universe, he had another wife as well. It was
Yeah.
just different, but he was still the same person. So what it tells me is all it takes is one little change for Glenn to be the most despicable person in the show, arguably. The only person more despicable than him, possibly, is the Herbert the pervert character.
which has not been confirmed or denied whether or not he's done things.
He has.
That's actually the worst
100% he
part.
has. 100% he has. It's been confirmed already.
Pretty sure.
You haven't watched the recent seasons, but there's like a clip where like Chris is living with Herbert for a little bit.
That's
He-
not a
he-
recent clip, but okay.
He needs to find somewhere to live. He needs to find someone. He needs to live somewhere. Or like I forgot what he's doing, but then like he's going through a bunch of videos that he's never seen before, but it turns like they're all like titled kids and like dates and stuff, and he just has a bunch of clips of just kids and things that he's recorded. What's on the recordings is never disclosed.
Yeah.
But he has recordings of children. So definitely has images of something.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying anything about that. Obviously, Herbert is a really terrible function.
Right?
But what I'm saying,
Go ahead.
what I'm trying to say is that even though Herbert is like a pedo and everything,
Mm-hmm.
he mainly goes like the minimum of it by just watching them.
No,
Like,
I don't care. That's still evil.
what I'm saying, whereas I'm not saying it's not evil. I'm saying at the very least, he hasn't actually done anything. Whereas Quagmire
to
has
me-
gone on
to
to do
me,
multiple things.
To me, the recording is enough to like, yeah, you've done.
Again, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying that's not enough to put him in jail.
See,
Obviously, it's
you're
enough
just,
to
you're just
get
arguing
caught.
that Quagmire is more evil.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying, like, at the very least, Quagmire should definitely be in jail, if not paying, like, multiple fines.
Oh yeah, but anyway, enough of that. It's just I hate the hypocrisy of that episode. And the thing is, the show plays it straight too. Like, oh yeah, Glenn's right. Like, no, he's not. No, he's not. And even if he is, I don't care because it's Glenn.
And I've heard some people argue that Glenn is kind of right on how Brian is, but only in, like, after season 3 or so, Brian. Because after season 3 is when Brian starts to take, like, this huge downfall in his career and his lifehood and everything. Whereas even before, during season 3, I think that's when he got his TV show and everything going on. But because of James Wood and everything coming on, making it more into a comedy than a drama, he ended up Brian ended up selling out and just kind of leaving after even one airing.
That sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember this one. It sounds.
So one of the newer ones was like kind of mids, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Or...
No, this was before season 3. I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember this.
I remember.
Well, I mean, the fact
something
that you
about it.
think that Chris going to see Herbert is a new episode or like a recent episode?
I thought it was
No,
like
that-
season I don't know if that was like 3 seasons ago.
No, that
You
was
don't-
a
you don't-
long time ago.
You don't have to look it up, but anyway,
Either way, like, Brian used to be a lot more respectable. He used to actually be like Peter's conscience more during like the first 2-3 seasons. But then after that, it kind of became like a downhill spiral where he became more of like a drunk, where he became more of like trying to pick up women wherever he could. Early Brian, he did not get two shits. He was mainly there for the family. Like that was during the time in which he said like Peter was gone and everything, and Brian stepped up to be a father and all that. Like that was during one of those seasons where Brian was mainly trying to look after the family, where he was trying to be more of the actual family guy.
he said things that so. But anyway, I hate that the show played it straight. And I'm like, who was smoking what on that episode? Who said that Glenn could have a moment of I'm better than you? Like, no, you can't. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Glenn. You are such a menace to society that you grew up in immunity to getting pepper sprayed.
Oh, that's right, he did.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So he's also the father of like, and oh yeah, and then at
Oh,
one point
God.
during, and one of the points like he criticizes like Brian like, where's that kid you know like okay first off, Glenn, how many kids do you have out there that are illegitimate?
That's
That
true.
is true. Back when Peter went back to elementary school to try and finish third grade,
That's the same I'm talking about.
there was many jokes about
and
even
that-
having a disabled kid.
and that's
Oh, shit.
and that's just the 3 or 4 that we saw. We
Yeah, now-
know there's more out there.
Yeah, and then he had sex with one of them.
I think
No.
so.
Yeah,
I
he did.
think, or was it confirmed?
Yeah, because she did the thing.
No,
Glenn would
they
do.
were. He was going to, but then she ended up saying giggity.
Uh,
So that's
Oh.
when he had an emergency DNA test kit.
Oh, shit.
So he
The fact that it felt common to him, like, let me just check for sure.
But yeah, no, I'm not saying.
Oh, I just never did, okay.
Yeah, so I'm not saying Glenn is like a good guy or anything, or that he
He-
makes a fair point. No, he.
He can be, but he's just so fucked up several other ways.
I'm wondering if you even saw the episode where he makes a giant parade out of his 100th or 1000th lay.
I think I've seen this one. I don't remember.
His 100th conquest was a fish. yeah, yeah. Not
What?
even joking. Not
Pull
even
the
joking.
clip,
That's
pull the
the,
clip. Go, I need to know. What the fuck?
how did you not know?
I don't remember this at all, at least. At the very least, I don't remember this.
Okay.
I mostly avoided Family Guy because, like, I don't really want to watch stuff from there. Like, maybe sometimes the clips come up and, like, alright, I'm interested enough, but, like, I really don't want to go actively try. You guys want to eat after this, by the way?
I mean, we certainly can.
I was thinking we could go to Chili's again. Then stop by to the Barnes Noble afterward. Because Chili's is like right across from it. Like we don't even have to like turn on the ramp yet. This one?
Yeah, it's during
No,
Quack
I don't
Fest.
think I've seen this one at all.
I want to see if I can get to the actual scene. I'm not seeing it. I'm a little. Oh, but there's that disabled kid.
Yeah, I remember that because he had a Spanish speaking one. I was like, what? Papa?
Yeah.
Like the kid just knew somehow. Oh, there's this part. I kind of forgot where Quagmire just out of nowhere he has this fancy shit and it's like, you didn't know about this? Like,
Oh, you talking
this
about this?
weird act of like, oh, we don't grill on this.
Oh,
We
yeah. No, that's definitely a.
we bring it to a low temp and then broil. I hated that personality. Like, why the fuck is he like this?
Yeah, every now and then he goes into a weird thing.
And I think like at this point, like they just knew like people want to shit talk about Family Guy. We make money off of this. Fuck it, let's ruin some of their characters.
Okay, let me.
I want to see this.
Oh, that's right. I don't have any
Audio.
speakers.
Well, that's pretty good then. You don't have to worry about it. Can't you just hit the closed caption?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I was just trying to get to the right point.
Is it right here?
Yeah, it was right around here.
All right.
His 1000th lay.
Wait, did everybody know that was why this is happening?
Yeah, because the whole entire thing behind Quagfest was the fact that it was his 1000th sexual conquest and everything. So he kind of wanted to show off everything. Everything in this
Was
whole
this
thing.
before, or is it gonna be his 1000 and then? Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I have seen a bit of this. Holy shit!
yeah, no,
I
during
just never knew that's what this was for.
yeah, no, during the entire Quagfest, it's all been like a sexual theme
Here's
with
the
everything.
Giggity House. That reminds me of that the teacher that liked Chris.
Oh, hold up. This one. So this is a parade, and it's basically all the regions in which some of the women have been. Here comes the Thailand. Wow, they are young. We should go.
I take room for that. Now, I'm more surprised that they were willing to show up. So either Gwen had so much money that they were willing to, or they just thought, like, oh, I get to be in a fun little parade, and also I get to be in America for a bit.
I mean, it could also either be that, or it could also be like, these are people that are actively in Kohagi and everything. He just went around and tried to convince them to be part of it. Because if these are actually women that he's conquest, or that he's actually had a relationship with at some point, more than likely they're easy enough to try and get into a parade.
That's also true. But I would have thought, like, a lot of them were like, you got me pregnant or something. But I guess these are the ones that weren't.
There's a chance they might not have been pregnant, but there's a chance they also could have. Who knows?
Yeah.
At the very least, he always brought them back to his house, so they know where she lives
Oh,
regardless.
that's true.
But yeah, during the whole entire celebration, before he shows the 1000s, he shows them the first person that he slept with, who was who was a teacher at his elementary school.
I think it's all like on one hand, if it was just Jay.
You want to continue that? You want to continue that thought?
The thing is, how old was she technically when did it?
Huh?
Wait, did he say elementary school?
What
Yeah.
did I?
Yeah, a teacher back from his elementary school.
Wait a minute.
We're talking about Quagmire's 1000th lay being a fish, and he went to see the proof.
I thought it was high school, and like, wait a minute. It just clicked on me like way too long. It did say elementary school.
Yeah, all the way from Weathersfield Elementary School.
It took me way too long. I just saw Weathersfield School.
What was he talking about?
The first person he had sex with.
Yeah, so this was an episode where part of it was based around...
Which now makes sense why the candy thing. Okay.
So the whole entire thing with this one is supposed to have been like
this
Quagmire's...
is the origin of his depravity.
No. This was basically talking about how he's laid with so many women and everything, and how the 100th thing that he slept with was a fish.
But did we get to see 10? Or is it just 100 and then 1,000?
No,
Well,
just the first one.
Because when
and
I'm
then
thinking
1000.
the first person he got laid with, and it's an old lady, in my mind, I'm like, okay, did he get molested? Because when they said the statement, and he still get a piece of candy, I'm just like, okay, well, did she offer him candy at one point, and then he just took the bait, and there's...
So the 1,000 one is he's gonna fuck that.
Okay, well, that's not a...
No, he's already fucked it.
Okay.
No, that's not...
Is this 100?
No, 1,000.
Wait, what number is he celebrating?
The 1,000.
Okay,
Because I messed up the first time because I thought it was 100, but it actually 1,000.
so he's gonna fuck this one.
No, he's already fucked it. That's what I messed up.
Okay.
I'm so confused about this. Why is it so hard to grasp?
It's
It's Quagmire fucking a fish, and it's this 1,000th fuck.
I don't know if you it counts or
it's-
not.
I don't think so either, but it's Family Guy.
That's
I
true.
mean-
You're right.
I mean, if we go
Why are
on
you
consent,
overthinking
do
this?
most of them even count?
No.
That's what Coach you wanted to say earlier.
Basically,
But yeah, no. His 1,000 sexual conquest is a fish. And yeah,
that's
he's
not really much of a conquest.
Okay, and there's a joke here about this woman thinking this was a normal, and of course, she had kids.
Yeah, it's more fucked up. Okay. I think we should have already known it was weird, but
Yeah, no, we already knew a long time ago.
I assume this has already happened. But has he had sex with other animals?
I mean,
Yes, the giraffe. That's right.
there was the giraffe. It's just,
But that was post-apocalyptic, right? Or is that something else?
I mean, that part is questionable because the whole entire like the world is doomed thing. That's when he married it.
No, I thought it was
But-
because like Peter robbed the zoo, and then the giraffe he was riding on it, and then he fell off, and then the giraffe visited him, Quagmire's.
No, but he
House.
also made a comment saying you're
Yeah.
not the same giraffe
Yeah,
from last night.
that one. That was the comment I was gonna to say. But I was like, how do I explain it to that?
So we have no idea how many animals he even went and slept.
Yeah, or how he even did it, but yeah.
He's also participated in incest because he had sex with his dad at some point.
That was supposed to be a kink thing from his girlfriend, but
I don't care. It's still wrong.
yeah, he didn't even like it. At the end of the video, he didn't even like the fact that his father was somehow, which technically isn't biologically possible since his dad was surgically made into a woman.
Yeah.
But technically, his dad shouldn't even have his kid. Somehow, it's just a thing. But At the very least, we also know how many animals his dad slept with. One, Brian the dog.
Oh yeah.
It was more interesting at the end where Brian just shows up in front of his house and he says, "I slept with your
Fuck dad.
fuck you did."
Yeah, no, that was after Quagmire beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Which in my mind, I'm like, Brian didn't deserve it. First off, I feel like if your neighbor is trying to fuck the girl that you like, also, which granted, yes, that is your friend's wife, but also your guy out there, the dude, he got mad for doing something that he's been trying to do, essentially, to Peter.
Yeah.
Trying to fuck a loved one of his.
Does he ever actually manage to do it?
He almost did. With Meg, he almost managed to. He got close one time.
Yeah, there was that.
Extremely, and he waited. Bro,
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
waited.
I remember this part because he was waiting until she was 18.
And then there were scenes before she turned 18 where he was like peeking on their slumber parties of the girls.
Yeah, no, there was one time when it was like some kind of birthday party or just some kind of party in general.
And then,
He goes up to Meg and he's all like, "Hey Meg, you 18 yet?" No. "Hey Chris, how's it going?" And then walks away as Chris saying something.
Oh,
Yeah. so in my mind, I'm just like, okay, well, I just really hate the idea of Glenn thinking he's morally superior to anybody. I'm like, no, you're not. You're literally not.
All right. So anything else? Any other characters you want to rant on about, or you want to go back to thinking more on how Fox can make how they can make a lot of their shows into a video game?
There's not much else I can say about that either, because it's just like, well, I would like to see Smash Brothers stuff with just Peter and Homer versus each other. Their ults could just be getting drunk and going into a drunken state and fight. Also, speaking of Family Guy, have you ever noticed that like the Family Guy, the family, is like they can throw hands, they can fight.
Oh yeah. There was even that time that
Lois went ahead and being a karate belt master, right? She beat one.
well, there was that, but I was listening more of the time that Lois was outed as being part of a sex tape back in the day. And then the kids at school made fun of Chris and Meg, and they got into a huge fight where all the kids died.
Oh yeah,
Was that the same episode?
I didn't know that
I
was.
thought it was because Brian said something.
Maybe it was actually that.
Oh, no, I know Brian said something online or something,
Yeah, it was
and
because of that.
they were mad. But no, you're not wrong. That still stands. Chris and Meg are literally Kingsman level fighters.
Yeah, they literally recreated the scene
Yeah,
from
they,
Kingsman, which is interesting.
yeah, they fucking went crazy. I think that's the most watched scene out of a lot of like Family Guy stuff, and it's only because like the fighting choreograph is like so good in that show.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say, if anything, like a lot of people used to be so hyped about like Peter versus the giant chicken.
Oh yeah.
No, I think that school fight with Meg and Chris going completely crazy on the entire school, that one is the best they could have done.
Well, I think at least back then it was the chicken, and now it's kind of difficult now, right? Because they literally just copied the fight scene from Kingsman. It was basically rotoscope. The only difference was like they changed the characters to be school.
Which I'm fine with.
I mean, yeah, it's still a cool fight scene. It's just like it's not an original in a way.
I mean, nobody's
And-
saying that a fight scene has to be original to be amazing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Akira.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
at the very least, I would say it's a lot more creative to do it like that than just constantly have Peter and a giant chicken just randomly fight in different areas and destroying so much property.
True. They both eventually forgot why they were fighting, and the only reason was just because of coupon.
Yeah, but
Then the
they,
second reason was because like the other one wanted to pay the entire bill.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah, because Peter went out to dinner with the chicken and his wife during the time,
Yeah.
and they ended up waiting to pay the bill and everything.
Yeah, and then he felt like, oh, well, my stuff is more expensive. Like, no, your money's no good here. Let go of the check.
Yeah, and then the wife tried to intervene at one point.
Stay out of this. It's like, hey, don't talk to my wife like that.
Yeah, pretty much. And then they get into a giant fight, which ended up. I don't know if that's the one that ended up with the chicken being completely burned to a crisp because they went into space, destroyed a spaceship. Not like a spaceship, more like a
that seems like that
NASA.
was
Space shuttle, I think.
Kind of, yeah.
It's probably the
And
fight
then
after that
landed
one.
in an oil rig, which is why the chicken got burned.
Maybe.
Yeah, because they landed in an oil rig. They had a fight there, and then Peter kind of just tried to kill the chicken. He landed near the exhaust of the shuttle, and because the chicken's hand was still on fire, yeah, it ignited the fuel still left in there. Yeah, the chicken fights are crazy as hell, but yeah, they've been kind of done a little too much.
Yeah.
Because even during the time in which time was reversing and everything, it was a new chicken fight, but it was happening in reverse.
I remember that.
Yeah, because apparently, God, what is that? I'm pretty sure the funniest thing that happened was that during the chicken fight, at some point, Peter ended up running over a fat kid, and then and then because it was happening in reverse, I think Stewie was all like, "Oh, hey, but we at least saved that kid." Brian looks over and he's like, "Not so sure about that." And it was Herbert chasing the kid.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, there is a large chicken fight going in reverse, and a lot of things ended up getting saved, but still broke.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on over there?
Gonna try to find it just to see what's going on. Oh, this is the fight.
Yeah,
It's literally burnt.
yeah, Peter is burned.
Shit. And he's unburnt now.
Fast forward a bit to the point to where they reverse run
Oh, I
over the
remember
kid.
seeing.
No, okay, never mind. I was sure that was it, but it could have been something else.
No, I think we passed it like too early, maybe.
I feel like that was a cut.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. There was a grenade on the ground. Yeah, there was definitely a cut there.
Only
Okay, to get back to the idea of the animation domination kind of thing going into a video game, I think it actually wouldn't be too bad of an open world. So like, I don't know, kind of have how do I explain this?
Mm-hmm.
Because there is the ending of one episode. I can't remember if it was a Family Guy one or if it was something else. But there is one where it was basically trying to hint at like a Westworld kind of thing, where there were different kind of domes, and each one of them was supposed to be another like show. Like one dome was supposed to be Family Guy, another dome was supposed to be American Dad. Then there was Bob Burgers, Simpsons, and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know.
And I don't know. I think that would actually be kind of interesting to kind of like.
That
There's
sounds kind of familiar, but I can't remember. Sounds like a Family Guy thing to do. Oh, by the way, are we still playing Barnes and Nobles?
Oh yeah.
I was saying I didn't know how long we were going to be talking. Then you went on a rant about Quagmire.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah.
We should probably start ending it soon. Is there anything else we wanted to talk about?
Not really. I mean, we talked about so much shit. This whole entire thing.
And the only thing we could talk about is just
Yeah, this whole this whole entire thing has already gone in almost 3 hours.
Jesus. Oh, yeah.
except like the first 15 minutes were silent because
I mean, I'm gonna have to double check, but yeah, it was probably like maybe somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes.
more or less.
Okay, but yeah, that'll pretty much be it for today, and this will be the first podcast to go up on YouTube. No, actually not really, but still. It'd be the first one in a long while.
First one in like a month.
In a year.
Later.